What is up, everybody? Welcome to World's Biggest Collectors episode 39, the show where we bring on the biggest physical media collectors in the YouTube and social media spaces. And I have with me tonight a very special guest. I haven't done one of these in a long time. I got to get back into the swing of things. So I've got my man KB with KB Loves Movies here tonight to help me get back into it. How you doing, man? World's Biggest
Going
Collectors
on,
episode
Ken?
39. I haven't done one of these in I think 2 months. It's been a
Yeah,
while. It's been a
it's been
while.
a while.
Trying to get back into it. How are you doing, man? Doing
Good.
okay?
Thanks for having me.
I'm happy you accepted the invitation. I feel like it was
Yeah.
on a little bit short notice. Said, "Hey, KB, you want to go live on Tuesday nights?" You said, "Sure." I
Yeah.
said,
Sounds
"Awesome.
good.
Sounds good." We
It's
just
a
did the interview on your channel with
hmm
me, which everybody go check out. I did put that in my community tab, but yeah, man, KB loves movies. You just started your YouTube channel not too long ago, right?
yeah. I started back, I want to say around April or so.
Around April.
Um,
So
yeah, I've been watching pretty much everyone who's been around for the last couple of years. I would say last 2, 3 years, right around the pandemic, a little bit before. And, I'm like, why don't I throw my hat in the ring and see what happens?
why not? Why join the rest of us crazy people here on YouTube whining and
It's
complaining about their Blu-rays every day?
it's
Damn
fun.
it. My pre-orders didn't come in on time. This is
Oh,
bull
that's
crap.
the biggest one.
I got
When you
oil in my Scream Factory. What is this?
hmm
What is this
when you
crap?
pre-order something and you could just walk into the store and pick it up on the shelf while you're waiting for your mail, especially from Best Buy. I had
It
that happen like 3 times
it's
in the
such a
last two
crapshoot
months.
these days. It's like you
Yeah,
just
it
don't
is.
know what's going to happen. It's like you pre-order something, it doesn't come in, then you go to Best Buy, it's there. But if you didn't
hmm
pre-order it and you went to Best Buy, it wouldn't be there. So it's like,
Yeah,
what do you do? You're just damned if
especially
you do.
those steel books.
I've tried to just calm down and just be like, look, I'll get it eventually. Like
hmm
this movie right here, Crimes of the Future. I
mm
pre-ordered this one like 3 weeks ago. It didn't come
Yeah,
in on release day, just came in over the weekend, but it was on Best Buy shelves the day it came out. So
yeah.
go figure. I don't know what's going on anymore. But KB, you're new to YouTube, so I would encourage everybody. 70 people are watching us right now. I would encourage everybody to hit the links down below. I got your Instagram, I got your YouTube. Subscribe to KB. You do movie content, you do new movie reviews, you do physical media reviews, you do unboxings,
hmm
all that stuff, collection hauls, and share your love for film. And you have your awesome, conversation interview segment as well, where you've interviewed plenty of people from the community. Um,
hmm
and
Plenty
yeah,
more to come.
I'm gonna give you a second. If I missed anything, I'm gonna give you a second to sell yourself and your channel real quick, sir. The
Sure.
floor is yours.
Well, KB loves movies. As Ken said, it's mainly around collections, reviews, and the segment has really taken off called Conversations. I interview mostly, it's been film collectors so far, but more than likely, there's someone in your life who loves movies besides a movie collector. So I'll be expanding it in months to come, include filmmakers, other film lovers, and hopefully move past just the blue tubers, which is first and foremost, but other people that share the love of movies and film the way we do. So if you haven't yet, go ahead and check it out. Watch a couple of videos. If you like it, subscribe. I'm also on Instagram, so check me out there too. More for the daily content there.
Yes, sir. Awesome stuff. And yeah, let's look right now. I'm gonna put my the chat up to the challenge tonight. Syria, I'm
We've
pretty
had
sure
some
you're
good
close
ones
to
so far.
two. Pretty sure you're close to 200 subscribers. Correct?
Yes.
Did you pass that? Did
I
you
don't
pass
know.
that?
Have I?
Could have passed that. You're at 193. Let's get KB to 200
Oh,
within like the next 10 minutes. So I need you guys to go over there, subscribe to his channel right now. Do not wait.
please.
Do not wait. But yeah, we're going to get in the chat. This is an Ask Us Anything, guys. So you can ask us whatever movie questions, physical media questions, whatever you want to ask us. I've got some questions for you as well, KB. But
hmm
let's get into this chat. Let's see who we got here tonight. We got some people in here. We got some cool people. We got Tim Talks Talkies. People like Tim Talks Talkies, a staple of this Bluetooth community right here. It says hello,
Tim's the
Ken,
homie.
KB, and everyone else. Welcome, Tim. How you doing tonight, man?
Hey, Tim.
Holland Oates is here. Holland Oates is always, and everybody's chatting it up. What's up, dude? Hey, Tim or Timmy, if you prefer. He does prefer Timmy. He does
Yay,
prefer that.
movies.
Good evening, Kenny Levels and KB. That's Tim's catchphrase, isn't it? Yay, movies.
Yay,
That's a good
movies.
one. That's a good one. Put it on a shirt, Tim. You need it. Haha, Holland, either works for me. Chandler's here. What's up, man? Hey, everyone. How's it going, Ken and KB? We're doing good, Chandler. We got movies with Ryan in the house. Hey, everyone. Can't wait for this. Awesome that you could join us, man. KB, what are some classic movies you haven't seen yet that you hope to get to soon? That's a good question. Coming from Tim.
Yes, I knew he would give me a good one.
You want to know the answer to that question for me? All of them.
Yes, please.
All of them.
No, I was thinking about it a lot today, just anticipating a question like this. A lot of musicals and a lot of war films, especially anything pre-70, I would say it's easier to ask me what I have seen because I went through like several of the 101 movies, the AFI list and all that, and I took like 2.5 years and just said, I've never seen this. I haven't seen this in 10 years, boom, 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 and went through and rewatch or watch all of them. So there's a couple of dead spots like The King and I from the 50s or the original Ben-Hur, not the Charlton Heston one, or Old
there's one even
Yeller.
further back than that.
Yeah, that had the original chariot race. So when you see Heston doing it, that's a remake. Or if you see the pod race in the Star
Phantom
Wars
Menace.
prequel, yeah, it's pretty
Now
much
this is
the chariot
pod
race.
racing.
Yeah, that's chariot racing in outer space, kids. So yeah, a couple of things like that. Mostly musicals and war films from the 40s, 50s,
Is
and
there a
60s.
big one? Is there a big one that you have not seen, a classic film? Like a big one that people will be like, because I've got all kinds of those. I've got like 800 of them, probably more.
So we were doing the Oscar roundtable this past Sunday, which also a good video to go back and watch.
Absolutely,
And
on Huck's channel.
the very first Oscar winner was 1929's Wings, I want to say. Never seen it.
I have it. I have it in the collection.
A lot of people have it, but have you watched it?
I looked it up and I was like, oh, this is the first Oscar winner. How much is it on? I wonder if it has a Blu-ray. I looked up and I was like, oh, this is only like $10. I was like, I'm going to get it right now.
Never watched it. So that's my answer.
Okay.
I have a whole list.
All right. Let's see. Holland Oates says, what's the worst movie you've seen this year? That's a good question. That's a good
question. Worst movie I've seen this year. I have to say, this year has been pretty good, surviving and getting past stinkers and so forth. I'm just going to
Are you like me? You try to avoid the stinkers whenever possible. You'll try to see I got this supposed stinker right here that I never saw.
What is it?
Morbius.
You know what? Morbius would probably be my answer because I spent good AMC money to go see that. And
I don't know if
I got one better. It wasn't released this year, but it's from 1958. This thing called Quadrilles Raiders. It was terrible, like fall asleep terrible.
So I guess you could say that I guess we could count it because the way the question's phrased, what's the worst movie you've seen this year? You could say anything from the past. Oh man!
But as far as 2022 release, I'd say Morbius.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to think if I've seen anything worse than Firestarter. I don't. Firestarter. The ending of that wasn't. It had a decent finale, so I'll probably go with The Bubble. Judd Apatow's The Bubble. It was on Netflix. It was pretty horrible. And it was like 2 hours and 20 minutes, so it was very painful to get through. Whereas Firestarter was only an hour and a half. So.
Yeah, I'm looking. That was the only other movie I gave a 1.5 to besides Quadrilles Raiders. So Morbius.
Yeah, I did watch a movie. I watched a Vinegar Syndrome movie. I watched Blood Games the other night. I'm not gonna say it's the worst movie I've seen all year, but it wasn't. It wasn't good. But I do appreciate the person that sent it to me because they sent it to me with a slipcover, and that automatically makes it so much better because it has a slipcover, and it's pretty cool. Let's see. Sydney Eubanks is here. What's up, Ken and KB? What's up, Sydney?
Hello.
What's up, Eve's Horror Show? How are you doing? 20th and 21st Century Movies. James is here. He says, hello, Ken and KB and everyone. This should be fun. Two of the coolest on YouTube. Let's go. Awesome, man.
Coming from James, that means a lot.
Yeah. I mean, KB's pretty cool. I don't know about myself, but I appreciate it. Anthony's Horror More says, "What's up? What's up, Anthony? How you doing tonight?" Dennis 4K says, "What's up? Great interview on his channel. Now excited for his interview." I wouldn't call these an interview. You know, this is kind of like a meet and greet. We're just chatting about movies.
Yeah.
Again, I do have some questions. You know, I won't go as in depth as you went in on me, but you know, I won't make you sweat like that.
We brought Ken to tears.
I saved all that. Yeah, thank you for editing that. I appreciate it. I didn't know if you were going to leave that in or not.
I cut it out.
Well, thank you for being here, Dennis. Let's see. Movies of Ryan says, "What movie has surprised you the most so far this year?" That's another good question. Again, are you saying 2022 releases? I'm going to assume he's saying 2022, but
I will go with one I just watched today, and that's The Black Phone. Pleasantly surprised. I really enjoyed that movie. Yeah,
I didn't love it, but I did like it a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, those are my dogs.
So,
you might hear them in an interview or two.
There you go. I'm trying to think of one. I guess Men, because I didn't expect Men to be my second favorite movie of the year, and that's what it is. Mm-hmm. But also Top Gun Maverick, I did not expect to be my favorite movie of the year at the beginning of the year either.
I expected the cheese from Top Gun Maverick, and it lacked in the cheese, but what it lacked in the cheese, it made up for in story and action. So I was pleasantly surprised with that one as well. Seen it twice, 3 times, can't remember.
I'm looking forward to the rewatch when I get it, because I didn't get a chance to go out to the theaters to see it again. Mm-hmm. Don Morton's here. What's up, Don? He says, we got Huck here as well. Hey, Ken, KB, and all you lovely people. Welcome, Huck. Great trivia tournament that you had last night on your channel, man.
That was fun.
Lando218 says, good evening, KB and Ken. And we have the big winner from last night. Sue is here. Just beat down Durant Cinema and Tony and Commander Nerd. There was nothing. It was a slaughter last night.
She said she'll beat him.
Louise. Cindy Eubank says, Ken, KB, what are your Mount Rushmore of movies? Choose 4.
I'm going to keep it simple. I'm going to go to my letterbox, and they have the 4 favorite films on the top. In no certain order, I'll say Goodfellas, The Dark Knight, Do the Right Thing, and both Ken and my favorite movie of all time, The Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, I guess I'd have to go with my top 4 movies of all time, which if you watch the interview, you guys would know what those are. Empire Strikes Back, E.T., of course, Back to the Future, and Jaws. Mizzy E says, hey, everyone. What's up, Mizzy? Hey. Spicy 4K Action, most underrated movie so far this year. A lot of questions tonight about the movies this year.
Mm-hmm.
Underrated. Again, I'm gonna say Men. I think people are sleeping on it just because it's a little weird.
People are hearing it's weird. They're hearing the last 15, 20 minutes. You know, it's something shocking. I'll put Men up there, but even more as far as surprising, Marry Me. If you like a good rom-com, Marry Me.
I didn't see that. Or no, I did. Yeah, I did. Jennifer Lopez, Owen Wilson.
Yeah. That was pretty
I saw
good.
it. I saw that was pretty good. It reminded me of a 90s romantic comedy.
Very
not in a bad way. It just had that same style to it, which I appreciate.
The songs in the beginning were kind of cringy, but then the overall movie is good.
Yeah, I agree. 4K Media Guy says, how bad will Rings of Power flop and being the most expensive television budget to make? What are your thoughts? Do you have any thoughts on Rings of Power?
My thoughts is just like this past Sunday with House of the Dragon. I'll give it a chance and hold my judgment till then.
Did you watch House of the Dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Did you like
Hot D. That's what I'm calling it. Hot D.
Hot D? What does that stand for?
House of the Dragon.
Okay. I thought it was good. I thought
it was really good.
Yeah, I really liked it.
I
Really
like
like
the
it.
little callbacks to Game of Thrones that you saw in there.
Yeah.
If you're like a fan like
I
that.
was kind of shocked at how much I liked it. I was not expecting to
Hmm.
like it as much as I did, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. Huck's
Hopefully.
Pop Culture Cafe says, KB, what's your favorite movies from the 40s or the 50s?
Huck knows I'm a Hitchcock fan, so if he knows how much of a Hitchcock fan I am, he already knows the answer to that.
Nice. What's the answer? I need to know. Has to be Rear Window, right?
Yeah.
It's a great movie. That is a great pick. All right, let's see. Great win last night to Sue. KB, what was your first movie that you had bought to start your collection?
Ooh.
Another good question.
If we're going back to VHS days, then we're talking about Star Wars because that was like one of the first uh, retail VHS. Because for a while VHS tapes were like $100, so you could only rent it. But
Yeah.
I remember getting the 007 movies when they became retail and the Holy Trilogy when they were released. I think I bought them each time they came out on VHS. DVD,
Nice.
whatever came with my DVD player. Um, Blu-ray had to be like, uh, I don't know. Oh, the Police. The
The
Police live
Police.
in concert. Yeah, one of my favorite bands of all time. And they have
Nice.
a
Was
concert
that
in Blu-ray.
okay? Was that how you
Yeah.
started your Blu-ray collection?
Mm-hmm.
When did you it kind of goes into some questions I had for you, but how long
Yeah.
have you been collecting physical media? Did I imagine, like I said the other day, it's almost like collecting VHS tapes and stuff and DVDs
Yeah.
almost doesn't count because we all did it.
Yeah. And it
Um,
wasn't really seen as collecting. It was like, ooh, I love this movie. I'm gonna watch it over and over again.
but when did
Uh,
you kind of, I guess, quote unquote, catch the bug for collecting and say, I want to start collecting movies that I love, maybe movies I haven't seen,
yeah. I think it was
physically?
probably like my first year into having like a DVD player and just going at the time Best Buy was like 10 minutes from my house. So going to Best Buy every Tuesday and just picking up whatever was new. A lot of blind buys in those days. So from there, that graduated to Blu-rays. And for a while, I took a break and did the digital code thing for about 3, 4 years, which I didn't. And looking back, I would have
Now,
a much larger collection.
during that time, did you do what I did and gave away all your DVDs? Because that's exactly what I did.
About half of them,
The
half of
only
them, as I,
DVDs I did not give away were my horror movies. Those are the
mm,
only movies I didn't give away because I felt like some
yeah.
of them I wouldn't be able to rebuy,
And
which of
now
course was false. But
the ones that I have now are the ones that I'm upgrading to like Blu-rays and 4Ks.
yeah. So yeah, you started with DVD. So how far back does that go? Did you start like immediately, like in the early 2000s, mid 2000s?
I would say I was an early adopter. I'd say 98, 98,
98.
99. Yeah.
Yeah. And what Tuesday has that always been the day for like new media releases?
For a
I feel like as
while,
far back as I can remember.
it all depends. Like I used to be into comic books that would come out. I remember Wednesdays. Music used to come out on Fridays. New Music Fridays was
Because
like
I
a
know
big
video
thing.
games for a long time were Tuesdays. Because I was super
Yeah.
into video games for a while, and I would always pick up, the new video. I'd be the guy waiting in line at like Walmart or outside GameStop to get the new Halo
Hmm.
game.
Yeah.
And then I would usually grab like a movie I was interested in that was coming around this at the same time as well.
Yeah. I
Um,
remember it being Tuesdays for movies for the longest time though. So we're going
yeah.
back like 20 years.
So you got into DVDs very early on, and how
Hmm.
big of a collection did you amass before you started going digitally?
I would say close to 1,000.
Okay,
And I
that's a good
probably sold
collection.
off like half of it.
Because at
So
the time, I probably only had maybe 400. Because I didn't. Again, I just bought what I wanted off of Walmart. I didn't collect everything, and I just didn't watch a ton of movies back then. It was just the movies
yeah,
I loved and grew up with.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, that's interesting. And then you got into. You said you got into digital, and then you got back into collecting physical. When did that
Hmm.
come back into play?
I would say that happened probably like I want to say at around 2018, 2019.
2018,
And
2019.
yeah, and by that time it was time to upgrade to 4K. And whatever year Wonder Woman came out, because I remember picking that up on Black
2017.
Friday. Yeah, 2017. Okay, so that's when it
Yeah,
was.
I know that because that's when I started ramping up. That's when I got into 4K. Like I'd been collecting Blu-rays
Hmm.
somewhat, but when I remember Wonder Woman was the first like steelbook I bought, and that was one
Yeah,
of the first like unboxing videos I ever watched on YouTube because I looked it up,
cool.
and that kind of brought me into the physical media world on YouTube. Was
Hmm.
Wonder Woman for 2017, and then Kick Ass I think was my second 4K, but yeah, just interested in. And then you just kind of, did you know about like labels like Criterion and Shout Factory
No.
and Scream Factory and all that stuff before you got into
Hmm.
it? Yeah.
I told the story before, but somebody was selling DVDs at my job on like a personal internet forum, and they sold me the World Tenenbaums for $5, and I'm like, "What's this Criterion thing?" And then I saw all the special features, and I was like, "Wow, this is stacked." And from
Yeah.
that, I think I went to Chasing Amy, and then it was just on and popping from there.
Yeah. Because it really wasn't like that with DVDs, was it? I was never like, I didn't watch a lot of the special features and stuff. I remember like there being
Hmm.
deleted scenes, and I would watch those sometimes. There'd be like
Yeah,
trailers and
yeah,
always,
maybe
obviously, like audio commentaries, I
commentaries.
think grew to
Yeah.
be real big on DVD, but I didn't
If
feel like
there's
they,
anything from the DVD days that I miss packaging. Packaging was so much better in the
yeah,
DVD days compared to now.
sturdy, nice and
Hmm.
sturdy.
Good old snapper case.
Let's see. KB said, or Sydney says, KB, what was your very first movie that you had bought to start your collection? I already read that, didn't I?
Yeah,
I feel like I did.
you did.
Uh, let's see. Hell yeah, the rocket music is back. Oh, I guess you're talking about my opening. Let's see. What's up, Celico88? What's up, Eddie's Films and Stuff? How you doing,
Hey,
man?
Eddie.
Let's see. Movies and Sue says, thanks, guys. Everybody congratulating Sue on the impressive slaughtering last night. Just watched The Producers. Overall, a fun film. Is there one producers or is there two producers?
I
I've seen the
just,
one with Matthew Broderick. Is that the
yeah,
one? Is that
that's the
the
one I know.
Uma Thurman? And I thought it was a remake, but I think it's just based off a musical or a play or something.
Yeah, it is. But yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Michael Bledstein is here. He says, I'm a big collector. I have over 100 movies autographed. Nice. Are you big into getting autographs and stuff like that?
Not
Getting your
really.
movies autographed?
Not really. I would love to. The only time I even thought about doing that was like you, I was into Kevin Smith a lot when he was making movies, and I've met him a few times, but I never had any of the stuff on me, like any movies. But I would love for him to like sign like Chasing Amy Criterion because I still have it because that was so instrumental and it's one of my favorites from him. So
Yeah, I love that movie too.
yeah,
That's all I used to watch, man. I would watch like horror movies and Kevin Smith movies. And that was pretty
yeah,
much it. That's
I
why
hear
I
you.
didn't watch Goodfellas till 5 years ago. Now everybody gives me crap about it. Culture Treaty's here. Says, what's up, people? What's up,
Hey,
Culture?
Trini.
Stacy says, OMG. Is D in the chat? He's right here. You know? Ken, do you have region-free Blu-ray player? I do. It's not plugged up. It's not plugged up.
Oh, the
Do you
obsession would
do
be a lot worse if you did.
yeah, do you have a region free?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. I would love to do that soon, though.
Yeah, I have it. I've had it for over a year and I still haven't plugged it up. But yeah, I've got some stuff that I could play on it for sure. 4K Media Guy says, with Jason rumors of returning, what would you want to see from the franchise? Take it back to the basics. Go back to the camp. Make it small. More intimate. Just slashing camp counselors. Get back to the basics. Or if you don't want to do that, then make a sequel to Jason Takes Manhattan and have him rise from the sewers and go back to killing again. Then
Because
everybody
we
can quit
can't get
bitching
enough of
about.
that one.
Yeah, just quit bitch. Everybody can quit bitching about Jason Takes Manhattan because he'll finally take Manhattan. and you'll have that payoff.
We share
That's
that
what I
love.
want. Yeah. Let's see. KB, name your top 3 worst movies of all time.
I can't do that. I don't
Damn.
remember bad movies. It's like forget it and move on. I have movies
Yeah.
I've walked out of. Like I walked out of Raising Cain, which I keep saying all these years I need to rewatch it because John Lithgow is amazing. And I'm like, I need to watch that again because it probably wasn't that bad. I was just in a bad mood. Lego movies too, same thing. Bad mood.
Oh, you walked
That could
out of the
make
Lego
it.
movies?
No, I walked out of Raising Cain. I was about to. If I didn't have company with me, I would have walked out of Lego movie too.
The first Lego movie or the
Second.
second one? The
Yeah.
second one. Second one wasn't great. First one was good.
Loved it. Loved the first one.
Favorite actor, favorite actress, says Chandler.
Denzel, Meryl Streep.
Nice. Huck complimenting my intro. Thank you. I've been wanting to make an intro for World's Biggest Collectors for the longest time, and I just never buckled down and did it. And last night I was like, you know what? KB deserves an intro. I'm going to make it happen.
Thank you,
And
sir.
I did it. It's very basic, but I did it. Does White Chicks deserve a Blu-ray? Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely it does. Hell yeah. I remember being in the theaters watching that movie. And like everybody, this is back in the golden days of comedy. They just don't make them like that anymore. Just everybody in the theater laughing their ass off and having a great time. Just doesn't happen. Unless somebody makes a joke in a Marvel movie and then it's Anthony's Horror More says, I would like to know what KB's favorite boutique label is and what is his favorite genre to watch. Says Anthony Horror.
I am a Criterion fan. It's probably the label I had the most of, but I also love Arrow and Scream, Shout, and all those other ones. Lately, my favorite label is Second Sight. I just wish I could afford them. But favorite genre is sci-fi. I'm a big sci-fi fantasy guy.
It's a good genre. Yeah, I'm Second Sight's got me torn right now because my Dog Soldiers got delayed, the Screen Factory 4K, and I'm like, is this a sign that I should just cancel this and get the Second Sight one? But I've never seen the movie, and it's like I don't know if I want to spend $55 or $60 on a movie that I've never seen, versus just 27 to get the 4K.
I would love for someone to do a comparison between the two releases, transfer features, all that good stuff. That'd be interesting to watch.
But all the other stuff I've gotten from Second Sight, like I love. Like I knew I loved The Guest. I knew I loved The Witch. I knew I loved Drive. So like those were no brainers to spend some money on. But
Monster's coming soon too.
Monster, I've not seen that movie since it came out. I remember watching it. And then, I need to rewatch it. I don't know if I'll get that or not, but it looks like a cool set.
Yep.
Favorite of Yankees team era? Are you a big Yankees fan? Guess what that hat you are.
Born and raised. The Jeter years. It's easy. It's recent for me, but I would say from '97 through the 2000s. That was basically the years that he was there, and it was win or be disappointed. So all they did was win and beat the Red Sox.
Nice. KB, can choose one: A Quiet Place or The Conjuring 2? What would you pick?
Quiet Place with me.
Okay, I would pick The Conjuring 2. I'm a huge Conjuring 2 fan. I love that movie.
I've never watched a single one of those movies.
I would recommend The Conjuring and The Conjuring 2. They're great horror films, actually. Like great, like throwback horror films back to the days of like The Exorcist. I would say like they're up there in that league. Not quite as good. Right. They're up there in that league. Everything else from that universe, outside of maybe Annabelle Creation, which is solid, I wouldn't recommend watching. But that's just
I'll check them out.
Sydney, that's easy. A Quiet Place, it's remarkable. It's a good movie. I like it.
Great story writing.
I love The Conjuring 2. I love it. I love A Quiet Place, but I really love Conjuring 2. Disc Completionist 4K, Tony, Chandler, Anthony, Bob, Ryan. He's saying hey to everybody. Sue's spoiling the trivia night. What are you spoiling it? Says hi, Bob. I won. She won. She was like Walter White at the end of Breaking Bad season 4. I won. Are you a big Breaking Bad fan?
My son actually got me into it, so I've been watching episodes. It's
I've been feeling the
really good.
urge to like go back and rewatch it.
Rewatch it.
I need to watch Better Call Saul.
I heard that's a better show for a lot of
I
people.
fell off of it at season 3, but Crimes of the Future is okay. A very weird movie. Let's see. Trey Bartlett says, hello, gents. Just subscribe to your channel, KB. Yeah, we got 134 people in here right now.
Yeah, those subs should be going up.
So, I mean, guys, if you're in the chat right now, I got your links down below, KB. I got your YouTube. I got your Instagram. I didn't put anything else down there, so hopefully,
that's
I'm sure you probably got
main ways to find me.
That's a two-way main ways to find you. Let's see. So where are you at? You're at 203 right now. So we got you over 200.
Thank you.
You're over 200 now, guys. Look, we got enough people in this chat right now.
What about
to go over there? Let's get up at 225. That's the next hurdle. 225. Come on.
225 is the goal.
You guys can do it. Subscribe to KB. The link is down below in the description. You do movies, maybe some TV content. You do TV content as well?
Not yet, but
movies.
If House of Dragons continues, I just might.
Yeah, you might have to start reacting to that, man. I have to start reacting to those dragons. And, of course, physical media content. What is the oddest Blu-ray in your collection? Oddest movie or oddest Blu-ray? Like the shape of the Blu-ray, maybe there's like a little curve.
Yeah, it's a little warped, so it stayed out in the sun a little bit. I got this odd Bruce Campbell movie that was a limited release. I got it at a convention, and I watched it. It definitely it's Bruce Campbell acting, but it's low budget, and I don't even remember the name, but it was funny.
Tim probably knows it if he's still in the chat.
Yeah.
James asked, with Pulp Fiction 4K coming November, which is the next Tarantino film you would most want to see get a 4K release?
The Whole Bloody Affair. Kill Bill 1 and 2.
I'm kind of since we're already getting Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, I kind of just want them to complete the 90s run. So I want Jackie Brown. I would love it if we just got Jackie Brown this year. Make me wait, make me salivate a little bit over that Kill Bill. Maybe give it to me next year. It will be, I think next year is the 20th anniversary of the first Kill Bill. I think it came out in 2003. So yeah. Let's see. That's awesome, Sue. Badass. KB is one of the nicest guys around, says my wife.
Aw. Thank you, Michelle.
I don't think she said that about me one time since in our whole almost 20 years of marriage.
Isn't marriage great?
Let's see. Where are we at? Everybody's saying they subscribe. We got a bunch of people saying subscribe. Movies and Sue subscribed. Oh, hopefully Movies and Sue subscribed to you a while ago. She was on your channel a couple weeks ago.
Yes, she was.
Sue. PR Movie Elite says, what is going on, everybody? What's up, PR?
Hey.
Great interview video subbed, says Lewis Gill. Well, thank you.
Thank you, Lewis.
Cringe Movie Reviews is here. Says, hey, everyone. What's up, man? We got Colin Medell here. Fish the Film Collector. RK1960. Rhodey is here. Michael Bledstein. KB, my favorite war movie is Braveheart, and my favorite musical is Singing in the Rain. Nice.
Singing in the Rain's my favorite, too.
We got Time Runner 414. Let's see. Hi, Ken. What's your top 5 worst boutique films from any label? That's hard, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot to think about. Top 5 worst from any label.
Easy.
Yeah, because it's like you said, once you watch the worst one, you're just like, you just don't even care anymore. You just forget about it.
I don't even remember the labels sometimes if it's that bad.
Oh, man. Yeah, I can't think of the worst boutique. They're all usually pretty solid. I don't know. Hall & Oates is everywhere, always supporting.
Yeah, man.
Yes, for sure.
Appreciate you.
Ouch, it's Morbin time, guys.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah. Today was a slow day for Blu-ray Tuesday. All I wanted was Dog Soldiers, and it wasn't in stores. Did you grab anything today?
I did not. I've been picking up other things. So I just did a couple of T-shirt orders. I have a Nightmare on Elm Street marathon I'm going to on October 1st. All 8 movies on the big screen. So had to get myself a new Freddy shirt.
Walk out before the last one.
Oh, no. I'll watch Jason versus Freddy. I don't care.
Oh, no. I thought you were talking about the remake. If you're talking about
no. It's not including the remake.
Oh, okay. Smart.
Thank the Lord. No.
Yeah, I forgot about Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All,
Sue says the Humans was bad, right, Ken? Yeah, I hated the Humans. Me and Sue
mm.
were right there with each other on the Humans. Boring as hell. Let's see. Question for everyone. I got Kino Lorber shipment in, and one of my movies was High Point. The disc cover says Code Red DVD on it, and I can't find info on them. Any help would be great. Well, I know Code Red is like a sub label of Kino Lorber. They partner together sometimes. So that's
Yeah,
you probably just got a Code Red DVD
yeah.
on the Kino
Vinegar
Lorber
Syndrome does
website.
that a lot too.
Yeah, that's kind of like a partner label.
Yeah.
Bodies was fun. I've been hearing too much crap about that movie. I don't even know if I want to go try it in theaters. I'll wait for it to come on physical and probably buy it. Because I know it's A24. I'm going to get it anyway. I buy all their movies with a slipcover. Dashcam was the worst movies I watched. For the love of God, don't waste your time, kid. Yeah, I almost picked it up today, but I didn't. I was not going to spend $15 on a DVD for sure. What's up, Stone? Meredith Media says we got Morbius because Gus wanted us to get it and watch it. And yeah, we absolutely will.
And
absolutely
paid you for it.
Exactly. So we will definitely watch that and do a review. What's up with Event Horizon 4K? It's sold out. I don't know what's going on with that.
Well,
because they put it out in the
run.
collector's edition steelbook. Like, why wouldn't you do a slipcover? I don't get that.
Yeah.
Which leads you to think that the Running Man is probably going to be limited as well because that's Paramount also. I don't know. Let's see. You have to unplug from movies, TV, and social media for a bit. What do you do to entertain yourself? Read?
Sometimes. I'm a music person, so I could sit down and listen to music for hours. I used to DJ. I could make a nice little mix for hours. As far as reading, with Netflix showing The Sandman, reading the graphic novels. So, yeah, could lay in bed or on a nice comfy couch and read for a couple hours as well.
I need to read. I need to read my damn Heat 2.
Yeah, I saw that. I was gonna pick it up to go on vacation, but I got the Dave Grohl storyteller book, so I'm taking that with me.
Nice. Basin Blue says Black Throne was surprising.
I agree, Tony.
Yeah. Killer Clowns is blowing up. We got a 4K coming and a video game, and Universal Studios is making a theme for horror nights.
I still haven't even opened my Blu-ray. I got the Steelbook Blu-ray.
I don't have it in the collection, and I've never seen the movie. Yeah. It's another one. It's a big one I haven't seen. But I'm excited about a 4K that one because the one that Arrow put out, you can't get anymore. So I'm hoping that Arrow does the 4K and I can get it, finally. Wow, Ken, spoilers. I haven't watched Huck's Trivia yet. I'm sorry, Holland. What do you wanted me to say?
It's still worth watching.
Everybody was spoiling in the chat. I'm sorry.
Steelbook crew, they're a great group of guys.
It's worth watching. It was a fun show. Adrian James says, "Hey there, Tony. How's it going? Good vibes. Orphan First Kill was fun. Yeah, a lot of people seem to be pretty positive. My wife and I actually watched the first Orphan before I came in here to do this show. It's solid. It was a solid horror movie. Have you seen that one before? I don't know how I missed it.
Not too much into the horrors besides like 80s and 90s slashers. Yeah.
I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know how I missed it because I was pretty much watching all the newer horror films back in 2009, I feel like. I didn't see that one.
I remember when that came out, though.
Yeah. I think Men was the movie of the year. It's a good movie. Is that your favorite movie of the year? What's your favorite movie of the year? Yeah.
Everything Everywhere All at Once is still up there for me.
It's a good one. Finally got my googly eyes.
I thought.
Edition.
I was like, oh,
I had to.
Do it. You're gonna.
I was looking through all of them because Walmart puts them in these glass, or not glass, but like plastic containers. And every single one, I kept looking at them. There's 4 of them. They're all tore up or tore apart in the bottom and the top. And then I found this one. I looked. I was like, it doesn't look like it has any damage at all. And sure enough, it's clean. No damage.
And it's still at a good price too. For
$25.
4K. Yeah, can't go wrong.
And I didn't buy the 4K when it first came out. I bought the damn Blu-ray. So it felt like, it felt like I wasn't double dipping, even though I technically was. Halloween Ends is streaming on Peacock on October. Did you hear about that?
Yeah, same day as the theater release.
Man, what do you think about that?
I don't know. I guess they're not too sure after the last one that people actually go and spend dollars to see the new movie. I won't say the last movie because come on, we know better. so put it on Peacock at the same time. But I don't know. Just looking at the experiment that HBO and Warner Brothers did last year, I think they lost more money than made money with that. So
Yeah.
I don't know why Peacock is doing the same thing this year with some of their releases.
Because they did that. They did it with Firestarter. What else? They did it with
Hmm.
They Them. You wouldn't think they would do it with Halloween Ends.
Right, that's too much of a big franchise,
So
but
it's kind of weird.
yeah,
I love it because I get to stay home in my underwear and watch Halloween Ends, and I don't have to go to
nice
the theaters and just be disappointed again.
visual.
Um, Hell yeah, man! I'm gonna wake up that Friday morning. I'll probably take the day off of work, and I'll just lay back and watch Halloween Ends. And if it sucks, I don't care. It's just on Peacock. I didn't waste any money. It's
Yeah.
fine. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. And maybe it'll be great, and I'll love it.
Right.
But I'll get to watch it at home, and that's nice to me. But yeah, very seems like a bad decision overall. Like I'm happy for my own personal gain, but it
Hmm.
doesn't seem like the best decision. But anyway, I don't know. Maybe it helps them get more Peacock subscriptions. I don't know.
Maybe
Nobody's
that's the end
concerned about
goal.
that these days. The ending of Men was like, whoa.
Indeed.
Oh yeah. E.T. is overrated. Overrated.
Troll.
Like,
They're trying to get you. They're
how is
trying to get
E.T.
you.
overrated? No, Sydney's made that comment before. I don't think he likes E.T. I haven't seen Game of Thrones. Go watch Game of Thrones, man, tonight. Watch all
All
eight
eight
seasons.
seasons. Yep.
Am I the only one who's not into GOTS? Nah, there's a few people I know.
Yeah.
Very small number. Wow, Tim, you got to watch it, dude. You'll love it. You'll love it. House of Dragon episode 1 rocked. I was really surprised. Hope they can deliver for the whole season. Nice palate cleanse from Game of Thrones season 8.
Yep.
You a big Game
Not
of
even
Thrones
the whole
season 8?
season. I just think it was the way it ended, which I
Just too
mean,
fast.
you watch enough TV shows, you know that sticking the landing is always such a hard thing to do.
Yeah.
But
I mean, how many of them successfully do it?
yeah,
Breaking
not a
Bad,
lot.
and that's like it. I can't even think of another one that successfully
No,
did it.
no.
I think like the Friends finale was pretty decent, if I remember correctly. But
Mm,
Seinfeld, everybody was disappointed. Everybody hated the Lost ending.
disappointing.
Um, like I'm
How I
trying to
Met
think
Your
of other.
Mother.
How I Met Your Mother. The whole last season of that show was crap.
Yeah.
Um,
I've waited so long to watch that last season because I kept hearing it's terrible, it's
oh
terrible.
my god! I mean, the last couple seasons really weren't the best, but yeah, the
Yeah.
last one was abysmal, horrible. So yeah, it's really hard. I think for most shows to
Yeah.
stick the landing. Mad Men. I don't know if you watch Mad Men. That was a pretty solid ending.
Yeah.
Solid ending.
I enjoyed that.
Tim, you're gonna enjoy it, and the 4K picture was better than the streaming.
Oh
Yeah, that's
yeah.
why I want to get it, so I can actually see that
The
the
battle.
White Walkers battle
Hmm.
at Winterfell. I want you to be able to see it. All right, let's see. Bob hasn't seen Game of Thrones either. Damn, man, what's going on?
Watch
The
some
set design was
TV.
really over the top for House of Dragon.
They
Yeah,
got the money.
yeah, they went for it. They went
Yeah,
for it.
they got the money.
What's your top 2 70s horror movies? Says Don Morton.
Boring answer. Halloween 78. And
What's the other one? What's
ooh,
the other boring answer? There's 2 of them.
well, The
Name them
Exorcist
both.
is another
Yeah,
boring
there you go.
answer. Yeah.
Can you think of other ones from the 70s that you love? I'll say Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
You know, I just watched that for the first time this year. That was like my blind spot in like the horror icon movies.
Yeah.
So I've never seen any of the sequels and the remakes and the one on Netflix. But I
It's a
just
wild
wanted to see,
movie.
yeah, my friend has the Saw at his family tattooed on her, and I just wanted to see what the whole what it was all about. And yeah, I could see for the time was just like probably shocking to people, especially the way they made it set up like it really happened. Those kind
Yeah,
of
the movie
movies
kind of
like
feels
Blair
like at
Witch and all
times
that.
like it's a documentary, but it's
Yeah.
also, I mean, I think it's an incredible movie. It's very visceral.
Hmm.
But
I want
I
to
can
see
see
two now because I hear it's more like a
two's like a
comedy horror.
two's like a Saturday morning cartoon version of the first one. It's great in its
Hmm.
own way, but it's completely different as far as the tone.
Yeah.
And also I'm going to shout out Deep Red, Dario Argento's Deep Red from the 70s. That's definitely one of my favorite horror movies from the 70s.
You want to come back up?
Let's see. Favorite 40s movies, Maltese Falcon, I have not seen.
Oh, good one.
Roxanne.
You don't have to
Looking
turn on
forward
the
to it
red
for a
button.
long time. Fantasy wasn't my thing. I'm more open to it now. Yeah, the thing about Game of Thrones is it's fantasy, sure, but it's also a lot of like
Political drama.
political drama and intrigue and stuff like that.
It's high fantasy at times.
Yeah. Now towards the end, it gets definitely dives more into the fantasy realm, I'd say. But watched season 1 of Game of Thrones. I liked it, but never returned. I'm getting tempted again. Yeah, definitely go back. Definitely go back. All right, trying to catch up in this chat because we are, damn, I'm like 27 minutes behind. Got to catch up. KB, what are your 3 favorite 4K releases of the year so far?
Ooh,
it's a good one.
Well, 2 of them are second sight, so that's Drive and The Witch. And I'll also add Dune, just in case Della's in the chat, because he hates that movie and he hates the book. And
I need to rewatch it. I really need to rewatch. I don't think I was in the right frame of mind when I watched it the first time. I'm not going to say I'm going to come out loving it, but
yeah, I read the book when I was young.
I did too.
I
I
wasn't
read
too
it in
much
high school.
I wasn't too much into the David Lynch version. So to see an improvement on that,
it's got
with
its charm.
The new, yeah.
I think the thing about the David Lynch version, the first time I watched it was in 4K, and Arrow Video did such a great job on that 4K that I think it tricked me into thinking the movie was better than it was.
Yeah. I watched that and then the remake recently, and I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. Yes, it was. It was cheesy.
It was horrible.
But I love the new one. Sound is great.
Yeah.
Picture quality is great. Acting, the cast is awesome. So I
need to watch it again because I love Denis Villeneuve. I love everything I've ever seen from him.
Me too.
It's like, I don't know, for some reason when I watched that, it just didn't hit for me. But I was also really tired. So I don't know.
By the way, everyone, before you ask in the chat, this is Lando. He's my almost
Lando
3-year-old little
Calrissian.
boy. That's right. He's my Lando. Nice. And I also have another one who's Ahsoka running around somewhere.
Nice. But yeah, we got 120 people in the chat right now, guys. If you haven't yet subscribed to KB, his link is down below. Instagram, YouTube, definitely subscribe. Trying to get him up to 225, I think is the goal right now.
Yes, it is.
And we only got 58 likes on the stream right now. What is up with that?
Like button.
What's up? Hit the like button, guys. What are you guys doing? Takes
I think I'll do the same.
I think it takes a second to do. What horror icon scared you the most as a child? Was it Freddy?
No, I love Freddy from day one. I saw Nightmare on Elm Street the same day I saw Michael Jackson's Thriller. No, home video.
Nice.
Like a lot of people, I was too young to get into the theaters for that. And but I saw all the other ones in the theater. But no, Freddy, no. Jason, no.
I wish somebody would do a 4K release of Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah,
just the music video
that used to be on the VHS.
I know it would feel like, I don't know, they could add a bunch of special features in there or something to make it feel more worth it. I know it's only like 11 or 12 minutes, but I would eat that up. I would pay $40 for a 4K release of that music video. I honestly would.
I know 4K D-Ray would too.
Yeah, it's so nostalgic, and honestly, it's one of the pieces that led into me being a horror fan for sure. Because I remember watching that when I was like 4 or 5 years old and just being scared to death of it.
Yeah, that making
but also I loved it.
Yeah.
Let's see. But did you answer horror icon? Do you know which one?
I don't really have one.
I'm trying to think.
I used to stay up on Saturday nights to watch like the
probably Pennywise
midnight movie horror. So like any of like the old Universal monsters used to scare me. So
yeah, I'd probably say Pennywise. Tim Curry's Pennywise, I think, scared me when I was a kid. Well, let's see. Movies and video games was Tuesday, but now Music Fridays and VGs whenever they want. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love shopping for DVDs and Blu-rays back in 2000. Such a beautiful time.
So beautiful.
It definitely was.
Big table in front of Best Buy when you walk in with all the different steel books and special editions on the front. So beautiful.
For sure. 4K Media Guy says, do you like movie endings with cliffhangers or conclusions, or where they leave it to you to decide what happened?
I do. Honestly, like, I think that's why I like Inception so much, because it leaves you with a conversation, like what really happened.
Yeah.
Same thing with Shutter Island. That's another good one, where you're left with like conversation. And since Empire is my favorite, that's a cliffhanger to end all cliffhangers for me. So
Yeah. Or more recently, Infinity War. It was like,
yeah,
one of the best cliffhangers.
yeah,
And also, like No Country for Old Men really has like
yeah,
one of those like non-endings. I
yeah.
enjoy those. I just feel like the actual movie, like it has to make sense to the
Hmm.
actual movie that you're in. Obviously, like if we're watching Endgame or something, we go in there expecting a conclusion. We don't want it up for interpretation whether or not Thanos won or not at the end.
Right.
So I think it just, it's based on the movie too. Plastic snap cases. Ew. About the
Now I
same
know
for
where we
me.
are.
Same age as you. Well, in about 10 days, 1984 kid right here. Nice.
Nice.
Nice. 1984 is a great year for movies. Really loved going Blu-ray hunting at Walmart from 2012 to 15. Then Ben's had some good titles. Yeah, I noticed they're not as good
Hmm.
as they used to be. Not as good as they used to be. Movies with Ryan, who's a big Asian cinema guy, says, "What's your favorite Asian cinema titles?"
Uh, John Woo, John Woo movies like The Killer, um, anything early Bruce Lee, like when he was popular, because I came up in that era, and most recently, Old Boy, any of the South Korean stuff that's coming out, Train to Busan, popular things like that, and then even harder stuff to find.
Yeah, for me, it's very basic. I guess I would just say Parasite and Battle Royale. I just don't have a lot of
Hmm.
depth in Asian cinema.
It's a good realm to get
But
into.
I
South
remember
Korea is
watching
doing
Battle
some good
Royale
stuff.
back in 2005. It was like in
Hmm.
some video store, like in the city, and my friend told me about it. It's like, we got to get this movie. Um, and yeah, I watched it back then. It was a great movie, though. That's
Great
why I
movie.
was never a Hunger Games fan, because I was
Mm,
like, this is just a knockoff of Battle Royale.
I saw the original.
Yeah. Jacko says it's a remake. Ron through TV's here. Hello, Mid Level Media. I think my Mount Rushmore would be 7, Pulp Fiction, Halloween, and Clerks. That's not a bad Mount
Nice,
Rushmore. It's a
nice.
good Mount Rushmore. 84 Kids Rock. What about the
Hmm.
85 Kids? That was only 1 year after. Come on. 85 was a great year for movies, too. Back to the Future, Breakfast Club, Weird Science,
Three
Clue,
of my favorites.
Return of the Living Dead. It's a lot of good movies that year. Hello, Jerry Seinfeld voices, Lappy Vision.
Hello.
What's up, man? There's two, the original from 1968. Let's see. Working and working and working. I wish working with a film was like you read in magazines, champagne and sexy ladies' dreams.
Hmm.
Okay.
It's not.
Let's see. Laserdisc had the best artwork due to the size of the sleeves.
Indeed.
Nice. It's a remake. The original is Mel Brooks. Oh, I think everybody's talking about the
The
producers.
producers.
That's why
Yeah.
I'm so confused right now. And Stacy says D's nuts.
We caught
Nice.
up with the joke.
Nice. Is there a movie you think is great but would never watch again? Says Eddie's Films and Stuff.
Oof. There's a bunch of them like that. Um, 12 Years a Slave. I don't ever need to see that movie again.
I haven't seen it. I bought it at a thrift store a few weeks ago. So
Great one-time watch.
I'll check it out. Won Best Picture, right?
Yeah,
Did it win that year? Thought it
I
did.
believe so.
Think is great but would never watch again. Schindler's List. But I feel like I might watch that
Funny
again.
enough, I watch that over and over.
I feel like I might watch it again, but I've only seen it once. I don't know. I don't know about that one. PSP had the best transfers. KB Kevin Costner, your favorite movies from him?
JFK, Bodyguard, because that was like a big film back then. Robin Hood, that was
Dude,
good
I
too.
want a big. There was a rumor about Robin Hood coming to 4K, and I want the big box set Arrow video release so bad of that movie.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
that and Waterworld, of course. Love
Waterworld
Waterworld.
and Dances with Wolves, not a big fan of them, but I just think it's one of those or two of those films that I just need to do a rewatch to get into it.
Yeah, I also love. I love him in Man of Steel. He's probably a big part why I love that movie. It's probably my favorite Superman movie. Let's see. I have a nice digital collection too, but it's all about physical media brothers and sisters.
Indeed.
Nice. I think every Blu-ray should have reversible artwork. I mean, it costs money, so it would make it more
Yeah,
expensive.
doubling production costs for the fleet.
Yeah. 1,000 titles easy used to be twice that. As easy as physical media for life, I got a crap ton of digital codes. Those are going to sell them. Movies of Ron says 3 worst movies ever. Failure to launch Master of Disguise and Our Idiot. Master of Disguise? Come on, Ryan. Now I know who's not turtly enough for the Turtle Club in here. It's Ryan. Come on, man. Turtle. Yeah, I don't remember. Our Idiot Brother, I actually watched that this year on Netflix. It's not great, but I had a good time with it. The one with Paul Rudd. Failure to launch, I don't remember. I don't know. Have you ever seen Master of Disguise with Dana Carvey? It's I'm not gonna say it's great, but I just have nostalgia for it. I remember watching. I think it came out in like the early 2000s. I need to watch Blowout. I'm looking forward to the 4K.
4K.
I'm glad I held off on that Criterion. Is it coming out next week?
Already?
Or is it 2 weeks? I think it's sometime in September. But I don't think it's next week's still August. Halloween Ends streaming on Peacock. Nice. I'm looking forward to it. Let's see. KB Loves Movies. I love your voice. Sounds like just like Denzel. I should get you to do dubbing in all my films for the American releases. Nice. We got a filmmaker up there. Meryl Streep is awesome. And The River Wild with Kevin Bacon and John C. Reilly. Are you a fan of that movie, KB?
Yeah, that was one of my early DVDs, actually. That Twister, that was another early DVD. Mother-in-Law, which I never watched. That was another DVD I had. Yeah, that's a good movie, River Wild.
Yeah, okay. Second Sight put it out. I actually reviewed it on the channel last year in October. The Guest is on 4K. No, I can't have him explain the ending to Memories of a Murder because I haven't seen it yet. 4K Media Guy. Maybe you can side message him after the stream.
That goes back to what we were talking about before.
Yeah. Definitely grabbing Blowout's Criterion. Boo Yankees, says Mizzy E. Oh.
Yeah, we're not going there tonight. Don't hate.
I love Dog Soldiers, just can't justify a Second Sight version price. Yeah. Or maybe I should wait until the November 50% off sale.
That's what I do. But you may not have to wait that long. Usually end of September, Criterion has a 24-hour flash sale, 50% off. So keep that in mind.
That is a good point. Broken Machine says it's crazy how WB didn't do anything special for Blade Runner's 40th anniversary. I wanted a new 4K Steelbook.
I really thought they would redo like that. Was it the DVD version that they had with all the different versions of it? Like the original one, that theatrical release where there was a voiceover. Harrison Ford did like a film noir voiceover for it, which you don't see in the director's cut, which is the most popular one. Or just released the director's cut. I don't know. But I wanted all of them.
Warner Brothers doing a lot of that kind of stuff. And I mean, they didn't, to be fair, they didn't do anything for The Thing this year either. But The Thing just got a 4K release last year.
Yeah, they make good transfers, just terrible special features and packaging. And menus. Yeah. Their menus are so basic.
Yeah, and I called them out over the weekend because they don't release their catalog titles on Blu-ray that often.
Yeah.
They really don't, except for Warner Archive, but that's, mostly classic films. But I had like 8 movies from the 90s that haven't been put out on Blu-ray yet.
Yeah.
So they're just as bad as Disney.
Yeah, you talked about Disney, but
Madeline years, then Jeter years for me. Madeline is from my town, so I'm default Yankees fan.
Yeah.
Let's see. First Conjuring is amazing. Second sucks. I don't agree with that, Special K.
I'll check them both out.
I don't know. I think it's damn close. I think they're both great. The second one slightly edges out the first for me. Quiet Place 2 is better than Part 1. Quiet Place 2, I liked it better the second time I watched it. So I don't know if I'd say it's better than 1, but
I think watching them together.
I think the single best 15 minutes of both Quiet Place films is the beginning of Quiet Place 2.
Yeah.
So I'll give you that for sure.
Yes. Which they might make a movie about the whole thing.
Yeah. Eastern Promise is the best Cronenberg flick, in my opinion. I've got that on 4K. I need to watch it.
Have you never seen The Fly?
Yeah, it's hard to beat The Fly. I do love A History of Violence. I wish they would do that in 4K.
That's a good one too.
KB, was your son's first movies Goodfellas, Jaws, Do the Right Thing, or Empire Strikes Back?
No, his first movie was Episode One, and then I said, "Do you like this?" He said, "Yes." And then I introduced him to the Holy Trilogy, and it went from there. He's a bigger Star Wars fan than me now.
Nice. Nice. Yep, next year is the 20th anniversary.
Hmm.
Let's see. I subscribe, says Kubrick Lover 1972. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you. I love Kubrick movies too.
Subscribed to KB weeks ago. Good channel.
Thank
Nice.
you.
I am near Worcester.
Oh, say less.
Sydney Eubanks says, can KB choose one, The Witch or Hereditary, A24 movies?
You go first.
It's The Witch for me. I think The Witch is the best horror movie of the 21st century. But Hereditary is great too. I love that movie.
I like them both. I would say Hereditary hit me harder as far as like sitting in the theater, heart palpitating kind of thing.
Oh yeah,
But I enjoyed the storyline of The Witch a lot better. Better rewatch. The Witch is a better rewatch.
Yeah, I would
Great
say so too.
cinematography.
Yeah, man, that theater
cinematography.
experience for Hereditary was brutal. Just that one scene. Just up, KB. Let's rock on, guys. I got to get my setup so we can all chat, says Pepper Smith. We'll get it set up.
Thank you.
Let's see. How's Memory, the Liam Neeson flick? Have you seen that one? Because I have not.
No desire to.
MBD puts out a lot of trash titles.
They put out some good stuff too.
They do put out some good stuff. They do. Vampire's Kiss was pretty good. Mortuary. I would recommend Mortuary for MBD Rewind. It's a good Bill Paxton movie. Texas Collectors Unite. Freddy's Dead. Are you looking forward to watching Freddy's Dead?
You know what? It's like every other movie is like canon to me. So 1, 3, 5. So in between there, you got like the Freddy Dead and the Jason Freddy. So I'll take the good with the bad.
Perfect trilogy for me is the first Nightmare on Elm Street, the third one, and then the fourth one.
Yeah.
But some people would
go
also
1, 3,
say
5.
Yeah, some people would. Oh, so you like 5 better than Dream Master?
Well, I'm gonna break it down. Let's see.
I was gonna say, because if you just watch 5 without watching 4, then you don't get the introduction to Alice.
True. I do like Alice.
But I know some people would say 1, 3, and New Nightmare, just because that's the Heather Langenkamp trilogy.
Yeah,
but
and that's what I do like. Continue. I'm going to try to find something here.
Let's see. Hey, Jack, talking to an MBD fan with a lot of trash comes a lot of gems they put out. So they do. They got some gems. Ken and KB, top 3 Hitchcock films. Subscribed to KB.
Psycho, Rear Window, North by Northwest for personal reasons. So we have. Go ahead.
I was just going to say Psycho, Rear Window, and To Catch a Thief.
Good one. Chicken and Beer. So you have Nightmare on Elm Street. 3 is Dream Warriors. 4 is Dream Master, and then 5 is The Dream Child. So yes, I see what you're saying. And then the 6th one is Freddy's Dead, and then you have New Nightmare.
Yeah.
So 1, 3.
Are you
4,
a Nightmare
5,
2 fan?
You know what? I just rewatched it because I checked out the documentary Scream Queen. So I rewatched Freddy's Revenge, and then that. I was one of those people who, after watching Nightmare on Elm Street, renting the VHS tape for 35 times before the new one came out, and went to the theater and was disappointed because it wasn't more of the same. But what it became and what I saw was like what I call a whiskey tango foxtrot moment, because that's how I was sitting in the theater, just like, what am I watching? What's going on? Years later, this is why I always say it's important to watch a movie and then rewatch it 10 years later, because you've changed as a movie watcher. Hopefully you've matured a little bit, so you could take a movie for what it is instead of just face value. So yeah, I do enjoy it for what it is.
Yeah.
And the story of Mark Patton is kind of tragic in a way, but also a little self-inflicting.
Yeah, I need to go back and rewatch it. It's always honestly been my least favorite outside of the remake. I wouldn't put
Hmm.
it below that.
Yeah,
But it's just I don't know. When I was a kid, I was so obsessed. I always loved Nightmare on Elm Street because it told a story
yeah,
and they all connected, except for part two. So when I rewatched them, I would usually skip that one and I would go
yeah.
straight to 3 and 4 and 5.
But it's
Um,
kind of like Halloween 3. It has nothing to do with 1, 2, and
Yeah.
4.
And at least it has
But
Freddy in it, right? And I do think
right.
Freddy's very menacing and a lot
Hmm.
scarier than he is in a lot of the other, Nightmare on
Yeah,
Elm
because
Street
he got a
movies.
little comical,
Yeah.
little caricature of himself.
So it's been a while since I've rewatched it,
Hmm.
but I do want to rewatch it with fresh eyes. I'm waiting for the Scream Factory box set. I just really want that
It's
Scream Factory
inevitable.
so I can rewatch it with like 4K scans and stuff and just
Hmm.
really get that experience.
$300 sitting in my savings account, just ready to pre-order that day one.
Yeah, for sure. So we did have got a super chat down here from Mr. Lapke Vision Film says, Ken, you are just enough turtley for the Turtle Club. Don't let anyone say or make you think otherwise. I will not.
Happy.
I will not ever do that. But since we got a super chat, I want to debut. There's a lot of people, a lot of channels when they get a super chat, they do a little thing, like a little video
Hmm.
that's like celebrating the super chat. And I finally got my own, and we're going to debut it right now. So, you guys ready? If you guys donate, do a super chat, you're going to get this clip every time.
She got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
He wants like a thing of food.
Here you go.
Oh, what a scene.
That's my favorite right there. It's probably my favorite line in the entirety of Heat. All right, now let me scroll back up. Damn, there's a lot of chat here tonight.
A lot
I
of chat.
appreciate it, guys. I'm trying to get to everything or most everything.
Thanks everyone
But
who's here.
I can't keep KB till like 2 o'clock in the morning. So we're gonna try to get
Hey, I
through
got
it.
an hour on you, so keep
We're
it
gonna try to
going.
get. Oh yeah, you do. Let's see. He doesn't like Nightmare 5 either. I like Nightmare 5. It's not my favorite, but I like Nightmare 5. I felt like I was too old for Bodies, although it was okay for me, but it was a one-time watch. Yeah, does that happen to you? You find yourself as you're getting older, you just obviously you relate less to these teen movies.
Hmm.
It is kind of a weird thing because it's like obviously when you're a teenager, I feel like all the teen movies that we watched when we were kids are
Hmm.
probably of the same
Yeah.
quality. We just have a lot more nostalgia for those. I don't know.
You know what it is? I see the hype less. So like when everyone was hyping over X and I watch it, I'm like, what's all the hype about?
That's exactly what I said.
I'm like,
That's
the
what?
best part of this movie is the dual role, and that's it.
Best
Oh,
part
and
of that
Kid
movie was
Cudi.
the alligator. It was the alligator kill. That was
That
my
that was a great
favorite.
kill,
That was my
but
favorite.
it
That
was
because
fun to
that
see
was
Kid Cudi on
realistic.
the
It's
big
not
screen.
realistic for a 95-year-old woman to be freaking massacring kids, but okay,
Hmm.
I'll take it. Halloween Ends will be on Peacock same day as theater. Yeah, it will.
Yep.
Let's see. The characters in Bodies were annoying. I know it. It was meant to be like that, though. Yeah, that's fair. Again, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I have no idea if it works or not. Holy Motors. I feel like I've heard about that movie. Have you seen that?
Yeah, yeah. I don't own it, but I have seen it, and it is an odd duck. It is.
What do you like to snack on when you're watching a movie? Says Stacy.
Chips.
Chips Ahoy. Adrian James says Rat Man. Do you like to
Yeah,
snack
Rat
on
Man.
Rat Man?
Yep.
Nice. She signed my DVD cover for Orphan. Isabella Furman. Is that the girl that plays the orphan girl? Or
Mm.
Esther? That's cool. Yeah, why I guess Blumhouse doesn't have faith in ends. I mean, it seems
Yeah.
to be all Blumhouse movies that are going to the stream, and they're like taking one for the team, I guess, for Universal and Peacock.
Maybe
It's
they
like,
have a deal.
yeah, still gonna see it in IMAX. Let's see. I wish that Warner would put out a 4K of Oliver Stone film JFK. The previous release of the film on Blu-ray was from 2013. But that is one of many older Warner movies not reissued yet. That would be
Yeah.
cool.
I went from the DVD, then I got the Blu-ray gift set. So yeah, 4K would be nice.
It would be nice because it'd give me an excuse to watch another movie I haven't seen before.
Yeah,
There you go.
it's a long one, but you get into it, especially if you know anything about the JFK and the plaza and all that stuff, the shooting.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, Culture Trainer. You know that's not
You
going to
know
be the
better.
end, man. Come on.
If there's money involved, there's
It
more to
might
come.
be 5, maybe 10 years before we get another one, but it'll be back. It'll be back. Best and worst movie theater experience.
Ooh, couple of good ones. Avatar in 3D IMAX. That was amazing because the 3D really made you feel immersive in it. The Dark Knight, seeing that on IMAX screen also. And worse, anytime the movie sucked, people talking too much, sleeping, this old man sleeping, his snoring was so loud.
Oh God,
It
I've had
overpowered
that
the
happen a
movie.
couple times.
Yeah,
I'll be like, is he really sleeping down there? Oh,
yeah. And Raising Cane, because I walked out of that.
Oh, nice, nice. Reading The Shining. I wish I could had time to go back and reread The Shining. I have read it before,
Yeah.
but it's been since I was a teenager. I was obsessed with
Yeah.
reading when I was in like high school and stuff.
Me
I read
too. I read all
almost
the King books.
Yeah, I read a ton of King books. I didn't read them all, but a lot of them. Star Trek: The Next Generation stuck the landing. Okay, well, that
I
coming
didn't
from a
see
Star
that
Trek
ending.
enthusiast.
Yeah.
Lapke
Definitely
Vision
so.
Films thought Beast was fun.
Oh,
Thought Beast was fun.
okay.
Let me scroll down here because I did get super chat somewhere. Let's see. Jordan Vale says 279 super chat. Thank you so much. Says, what are your top 5 favorites Val Kilmer films? And before we answer,
She got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it.
it's my favorite. Top 5 Val Kilmer films. I got to be honest. I don't know
which
how many
one.
Val Kilmer films that I've seen.
There's quite a few.
I know I've seen 5. Top 5. Let's say Batman Forever is my number 5. Let's say Top Gun is my number 4.
Mhm.
And then we'll go with Heat as my number 3. I'll go with Top Gun Maverick, number 2. And I'll go Top Secret for number 1. I love Top Secret. I think it's one of the greatest spoof comedies, and he's great in it. But yeah.
I would agree with all those picks. And to add to that, I'll also say his Jim Morrison in The Doors was great. And
Yeah, I have
if
not
you
seen that
haven't
one.
seen the
I really want to
documentary
watch Val.
Yeah, that him and his son made together, it's so good, but it's also so heartbreaking. So definitely recommend checking out Val.
Yeah. I mean, the reason I put Top Gun Maverick so high is just because that scene, like, he didn't even have to say anything, and it was just one of the
Yeah,
most like
he was
emotionally
acting.
impactful scenes I've seen in a long time in a movie.
He was acting.
So yeah, let's see if I can find my place in the chat, and my place in the world. See if I find that tonight as well. Let's see. Fade to Black. Did suck Tony die? I guess we'll never know. Fade to Black. I feel like I'm gonna. And you buy Morbius. I know. Hey man,
Somebody paid him to buy
I can't
Morbius.
explain it. Yeah, that's pretty much. I can't explain it though. Sorry. Music and New Rings of Power trailer really didn't fit. I didn't watch it. I'm done watching trailers. The show's getting ready to come out. So
Yeah, it didn't seem. It almost seemed like a different company made that last trailer.
thank you, Lapke. Hit the like button. Roundhouse kick it, if you will. I wish they would release the making of Thriller like the VHS they had back in the 80s.
That would be great. John Landis saw what was it, American Werewolf in London, and that inspired what we saw in Michael Jackson's Thriller.
Yeah, Rick Baker doing the effects.
Well, he made it, I should say.
Let's see. Oh, really? They played it nonstop for 24 hours when they premiered it? It's awesome.
Yep.
See, because I know did that come out in 84? Because I remember watching it when I was a kid on TV all the time. So I feel like
Oh yeah,
I guess we're still playing. I guess it was still popular like 6
it
years
was
later.
still popular because I remember when they played it on. It was a Friday night video that they played it. They premiered it on like regular TV for the first time, and it was right after they showed Halloween '78 for the first time on regular
Wow.
TV.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
so that was a great night.
I'll be honest, like that song might be in top 3 songs of all time for me. Just because it's one that I've been listening to probably since I was like 4 or 5, and it just stuck with me. And every time it comes on, I never not listen to it. Like I just
That
always
album
get
is
into it, and I just love it.
perfect.
Yeah, Billie Jean, that's a great one too. Let's see, Predator versus Terminators. Who would win? Says Whitney Smith.
I don't know. Terminators keep coming at you.
I'll say the Terminators. T-1000 would win. South Korea has some great films. Asian cinema is so good. Yeah, I need to
Hey,
dive
Mika,
deeper.
girl.
Need to dive deeper. Yeah, welcome, Mika. Thank you for being here. Favorite Robert Rodriguez film?
Ooh, Dusk Till Dawn.
Same. But it's damn. I love The Faculty too. I really love The Faculty. But yeah, you're right. It's Dusk Till Dawn.
Actually, the whole mariachi trilogy between El Mariachi and what you call it, the whole thing, all 3 movies.
I have seen. I don't think I've seen El Mariachi. I've seen Desperado and
Desperado,
Once Upon a Time in
you.
Mexico. I think is what
Yep.
it was.
Yeah, those are the 3 movies.
Got Mel in the chat. Thank you for popping in, Mel. I know you're not, feeling well.
Hope you feel better.
She's back to bed. Rest up, Mel. It's you got to call 1-800-GET-WELL-MEL. That's the hotline right now that Born to Be Rad put out there. So hope you're feeling good. Hope you feel better soon, though. Being sick is not fun. Cannibal Holocaust is a great movie, but I don't need to see it again because of the animal cruelty. Super unnecessary. Yeah, I've not seen that.
That's one of those VHS, let's rent this horror movie because we've seen everything else kind of things.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. I would love a nice 4K release of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1990. Yeah, I would too. Are you a Turtles fan?
No.
Go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
I was out of that phase by then.
I made another funny. Ha 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 ha. Dana Carvey is a legend.
True. I could watch old SNL clips with him. That whole cast at that time was just one of the funniest.
Dude, Wayne's World is my favorite comedy. It's my favorite comedy of all time. I love it. 1-800-GET-WELL-MEL.
I like
Wayne's
that.
World has got to be in my top 20 movies of all
time. See? It's a running joke now.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. I got a couple comments the other day about that too.
Oh yeah,
because I do. I say it all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But it's true. Until I actually make the list.
Like a little video montage of you saying that, but I just didn't have the time to put it together. But I thought that.
No, I would laugh if somebody made a montage of me and all the times that I've actually said it, and it does equal up 20.
That would be cool.
You guys are wrong.
That would be cool.
You guys are wrong, and I was right
but
the whole time.
But funny.
I bet if I actually made my top 20, probably 15 of the ones I've said would not even be in there.
Mm-hmm.
Probably not. Let's see. Another super chat from Jordan Vale, 279.
Ooh.
He says, top 3 Chevy Chase films and overall view of him.
Funny as a comedian, physical comedy, especially from his SNL days. I don't know him personally to say anything more than that. Vacation is hard to beat. Yeah. Like I said,
but there's a lot of people really you hear that about.
Yeah. Fletch is definitely up there. The original Vacation's up there. Was he in Caddyshack or Caddyshack 2? Caddyshack. He was in both of them. So yeah, Caddyshack, the first one.
Yeah, I mean, mine's basic, but I'd have to go probably Vegas Vacation number 3, and then Caddyshack number 2, and then Christmas Vacation again is probably my top 20 movies of all time.
I forgot he was in Orange County.
I love him in Orange County too. Didn't you what did he say? Didn't you say your cousin knew Britney Spears or something? And then it like zooms in on his face and starts playing, "Oh baby, baby." I love that movie so much. But you got a super chat. I gotta play old Alex.
She got a great ass, and you got your head all the way up it.
I hope you don't get flagged for that.
Yeah, I probably will, but it's okay.
It's all good.
I'll learn my lesson. Let's see. What do we got? The Thing is from Universal, not Warner Brothers. Yeah, the only reason I said The Thing is because they both The Thing and Blade Runner notoriously came out on the same day. Exact same day, and they both flopped the box office to E.T.
Yeah,
E.T.
I was
killed
about
them
to
both.
say, what else was big at that time?
E.T. was like number 1. I think it was E.T. in its like 4th week or something. And then The Thing and Blade Runner came out, and they were like, I think maybe The Thing was like number 6 and Blade Runner was like number 8 or something.
Yeah.
There was more stuff ahead of them. I forget
A
what it was.
remake and a neo-noir. Not the time to take down a Spielberg giant.
Yeah, it's crazy. And yeah, think about just the legacy of those two movies. Like they got such followings now. Just a little under the weather, but I'll be better in no time. Nice to hear. Mel.
Yeah, feel better either way.
Drink lots of fluids. That is what they say. Drink lots of fluids. Vitamin C. I always load up on vitamin C when I get sick. Chicken noodle soup, cures the soul. I'm digging KB's vibes. He reminds me of my film professor from college.
I actually did that for a little while.
Well, that's the reason then.
There you go.
That was the role. I didn't like either Witch or the Hereditary. Well, they're not for everybody. I like The Witch better. I like period piece movies better. Yeah, and they just portrayed that time setting so perfectly. Like Robert Eggers does his research for those movies. All right, let's see. Dream Child, a Hitchcock top 3 without Vertigo, heresy. I know you're a Hitchcock fan. I'm gonna be controversial here. I don't think Vertigo's all that in a bag of chips. It's okay. I like it.
I've seen Vertigo so many times that it's like, I don't know. It's like I had to get the 4K, of course, but it's like
a beautiful film.
Not understanding it and then understanding it, and then it's like people talking about Citizen Kane. It's a great movie. It's an awesome movie, but it's reflective of the time in order for it to be great. Like, it's not great by today's standard. It's great because of the time it was done and the things that Wells did to make it great. But yes, Vertigo is right up there as well. And tomorrow you ask me, I'll have Vertigo in the top 3. So top whatever, they're volatile to me and they're not concrete. So take with that a grain of salt.
Yeah, that's one that it got to a certain part in the film and I was like, what's happening now? And
I'll do a running commentary with you one day.
I was just like, I don't know how I feel about this choice right here. And then it was just, I don't know, it never regained its
they did my man Jimmy
its
wrong.
steam
That's
for me.
all I'll say.
Yeah, visually, I mean, it's a fantastic movie. I definitely want to rewatch it for sure. But I watched it for the first time when the 4K came out, so that's when I first watched it.
So good.
I think the Freddy makeup in part 2 is great. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, especially like out by the pool.
That whole scene where he's like stripping the, Jesse's body off of him and like comes out. That's like an incredible sequence.
And he puts on the hat.
Yeah, iconic. I need to watch it. Maybe I'll watch it on DVD tonight.
It's also on HBO Max.
Also, another movie that came out the year I was born, 1985. I love the super chat video and totally forgot that Hank Azaria was in that. Yeah, very small part, but yeah. It's from Heat from Heat. Super Chat needs a Rat Man scene. Yeah, maybe a future one. Long live Rat Man. I had more fun at Bodies than Nope at the Alamo Draft House. This is Lewis Gill. How did you feel about Nope? Were you big on that one? Did you see
Yes.
it?
Yes. I was actually going to do a video on it because a lot of people didn't understand it. The way I explain it is, on the surface level, it's a UFO movie, but it's so much more deeper than that. And if you get deep enough, it's about a story of grief. And,
Yeah.
you know, Jordan Peele has famously said he wants people to take from it what they take from it. So people trying to overanalyze it and all that, you're just doing yourself a disservice because he just threw things at the wall to see what's stuck. And whatever you get from it is what you get from it. That's what it is. Whatever you got from it,
I
that's
really
what
liked
it
it
is.
a lot.
So did I.
And
I
I
liked it more
don't.
than us.
It's a fairly. I don't see what's so divisive about it, to be honest, because it's a fairly straightforward movie.
I
It
think
is.
part of the device is we've seen UFO movies before and people comparing it to Get Out, which, I mean, there's always going to be comparison to your best movie. It just happened to be his first movie.
He really screwed himself there, didn't he, by making such an incredible
Yeah,
film
how dare
right out
he?
the gate. That's like if
How
Hitchcock
dare
started
he?
with Psycho.
Yeah,
It's like,
I heard you say that earlier.
damn, man. Like it's such a good movie, but yeah, you can't compare it. I mean, obviously you're going to, but I thought I probably would put Nope above Us. I really liked Us too. I think he's 3 for 3. I like all of his movies.
I agree.
Us
I
is
agree.
more of just a regular horror movie with a really wacky ending.
At least
That's
this one had a decent ending compared to
yeah, I
that.
love the
So,
ending because I heard the Jaws comparison before I watched it, and I was like, how does this compare to Jaws? But when I got to the last like 20 minutes, I was like, oh, this is the ending to Jaws,
yeah,
but with the alien.
they're about to blow him out.
Yeah, right down to her cranking the well camera, and I thought it was great. I loved it. Let's see, Heat, Michael, your favorite horror for 1983.
These questions.
I know Cujo came out in 1983. I just did a 1983 video for movies from 19. Oh, I know, Christine. That's my favorite.
No idea.
Let's see what we got for horror and Christine. Psycho 2 came out. Cujo, Sleepaway Camp. Some good ones.
Dead Zone.
The Dead Zone. That's a really good one. Yeah, there's definitely some good horror movies in that year. But yeah, I would say Christine for sure. And then probably Sleepaway Camp after that. Would be mine. That'd be my pick.
Top Carpenter.
Yeah, I love that movie. That's probably my top 3 Carpenters. And it's easily in my top 20 of all time as well.
I heard it's a great 4K. I don't have it yet, but
yeah, Sony did a good job on that one. X was okay, but Pearl looks great. I agree with that. I think that Pearl could actually make X better for me. Is what I'm hoping for.
I'll actually go see Pearl in the theater. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it looks good. Okay, yeah, she plays Esther. 4K. Prisoners and The Crow are my 2 favorite movies, and they both need 4Ks. Prisoners, yeah, for sure.
Good movies.
And The Crow.
And you.
For Halloween, just making continuation after 4 and let Danielle Harris finish her story. I agree. I would love to see that. Love to see it. She'd be game to come and do it. Best movie experience was Project X. Power went off halfway through the movie. The whole crowd saying "Happy birthday" to my friend.
That's cool.
Nice.
That's cool.
Now what? But was it your friend's birthday? Or they just randomly got up and started singing?
It's like going to Texas Roadhouse. You just want to see them up on the bull. Just say it's their birthday.
Yeah. Val Kilmer's great in Willow. I haven't seen Willow.
Oh, really?
Good. I have not. I know it's on Disney Plus. It's supposed to get like a TV series or something.
Thunderheart, another good one.
Real Genius. That's one I'll be watching soon because it's getting a 4K.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, damn it. Tombstone.
Wow.
Yes.
My
damn
bad.
it. Yeah,
I just watched that again the other day.
that's number
another
one. That's honest. That's number one for me.
My bad.
For sure. Yeah, I'm sorry.
1,000 pardons. How could I forget Tombstone?
Yeah, that's number one. Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. I still need to see.
That's another good one too.
Yeah, Tombstone's number. Yeah, for sure. For sure. Batman Forever is 100% underrated.
Not 100%.
It's.
I
think it's rated
100.
appropriately. It was a big movie when it came out, but I think people look back at it. It's a cheese fest. It's a cheesy Batman movie. It's not quite as goofy as Batman and Robin.
That's the worst.
But it's the introduction. It's the prologue to that. Val Kilmer, MacGruber. I have seen MacGruber. I've seen a lot more Val Kilmer.
Another good one.
I thought. Wasn't he also in the Island of Dr. Monroe? I remember seeing that. That's one of the most like troubled like movies ever. Or something.
Oh, really?
The production of it. I think they did a documentary on it. God Told Me To. Felt like an episode of Law and Order with a crazy third act. God Told Me To.
Why'd you buy it?
Yeah, I love that.
Why did you buy it? God told me to.
God Told Me To. Absolutely. Met John Landis and Rick Baker. Nice.
Awesome.
My Killer Podcast is still hanging in there. Picked up God Told Me To from Blue Underground. Felt like an episode of Law and Order. I thought I just read that. You guys are making me go crazy here. Let's see. Top 5 Val Kilmer. Heat, True Romance, Kiss Kiss, Bang Bang, Tombstone, and Maverick. I've seen Maverick too. I don't remember Val in that.
Solid. It might be.
Oh, he's talking about Top Gun Maverick.
Yeah.
Wasn't the Mel Gibson movie with him and Jodie Foster? Is that Maverick or is that something else?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Good top 5, Del.
What's up, Adam in movies? I own 4 Rodriguez movies, Alita Battle Angel, From Dusk Till Dawn, and both Sin City movies. Did he do the second one? I thought he just did the first. Maybe he did the second one too. I'm not sure. Heard Chevy a hole in real life. Yeah, probably. But again, it's like you said, it's all hearsay. You don't know. You weren't there. You don't know the situations. Maybe he's having a bad day. I have this thriller from the 90s with Halle Berry called The Rich Man's Wives. Looks good. Have you seen it?
I remember watching it, but you're talking almost 30 years. I don't remember it. I don't remember anything about it, but if Halle Berry was in it, I probably watched it.
You probably watched it. I know you probably seen Swordfish.
At one time I had 3 copies of Swordfish because I bought one and then 2 people gifted it to me, knowing how much I like Halle Berry.
Yeah, that's another one.
Like a month.
I wonder who owns Swordfish.
I think that was Warner Brothers.
Oh well, it's possible it could get a 4K then. If Warner Brothers has it,
that might be an archive thing.
Yeah, they don't always do Blu-rays, but I think it's already got a Blu-ray. November 1st for Top Gun Maverick. Hurry up already. Yeah. I want to laminate a list of Ken's top 20 movies.
I know. Hey,
old times.
You got to do that video. You got to redo that video.
I'm going to redo it for the end of the year.
Yeah, Swordfish is Warner Brothers.
Let's see. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, really, Michael? That's a hot take right there. Now, I'm going to be honest. I don't love the first Blade Runner. I love 2049. But for some reason, I don't know. I can't get into the first one as much.
Mm-hmm.
But The Thing is a masterpiece.
I enjoy them both immensely.
Yeah, again, Blade Runner may be another one I need to go back to. I don't know.
Depends on the cut too.
Yeah, the one I watched was the narration, so I probably need to watch the final cut.
Mm-hmm.
Don't really like The Lighthouse, but he did a great job with The Northman. Yeah, The Lighthouse is weird. Met Kim Novak, and she signed my DVD cover of Vertigo. It's on my video 1950s movies autographed. Nice. I had the stuff, Jordan. Do you have the stuff, KB?
Mm-mm.
Just can't get enough.
I saw that the other day.
Of the stuff. How'd you like it?
No, I'm saying I saw the thing. I was looking through some Arrow titles to pick up. And that was one of them.
Well said about Vertigo. I was put off by how Jimmy treated Kim Novak's character. That's what drops it down the list for me.
And he just recently watched that.
Yeah. Yeah, he hadn't dove into a lot of Hitchcock either.
Yeah.
I didn't find much deep in Nope. Well,
as I said, on the surface level, it's a UFO movie.
Yeah. Can't wait to own Nope on 4K.
Same here.
Why do people want so many crappy movies on 4K?
Because it's the best format.
Yeah, did you get Doom on 4K?
Ugh.
I didn't get that one.
I didn't get it on DVD.
Nope, it's just okay. It needed a better ending or some sort of twist.
I will say this. If Jordan Peele can improve anywhere, it's on how he ends his movies. Like even with Get Out, that wasn't the original ending. He screened the original ending and the audience hated it, and he redid it. So
what was the original ending again?
He got arrested.
Oh.
He got arrested. So yeah, when they redid it, that's the one we saw, which made for a better ending.
Which ending would you rather have had?
The one we got in the theater.
Me too.
Yeah.
I liked the fact that he let him, come out on top because he
Mm-hmm.
went through hell in that movie.
Exactly.
I think sometimes it's cool and all to have those depressing endings and stuff like that. Sometimes you just need to feel like you won when you come out of the movies. I don't know. Choose one, Us or The Strangers.
The Strangers. One of the best home invasion movies ever.
I need to rewatch
Shout out to Double Horror Pack. Watching
been a
home
long
invasion
time.
movies this month.
Been a long time. Have you seen the one that was on Netflix? What was it called?
The sequel one?
No, it was I forget the damn name of the movie. Damn it! It's about the girl that's deaf and she's in the house and the
Pray at Night.
She's deaf and she can't hear and there's an intruder. Damn it, I can't think of the name to save my life. Somebody will call it out in the chat, but it's a good one. It's a Netflix exclusive, and I think Mike Flanagan directed it. The part in Us with their friends and twin girls was great.
Ophelia, call the police.
Yeah, I liked Us. I love the X with Pearl looks too A24 to me, if that makes any sense.
It makes total sense.
Yeah, I just like how it's going to be set in what is it set in the 20s? I think that's a cool time period to set a movie. I'm waiting and really hoping we get a standalone Coneheads review. Well, buddy, I can tell you, I shot it this morning. It's coming out tomorrow. So you're going to get it. X was the greatest throwback slasher of the last decade, and the cinematography was fantastic. Give it another watch.
Will do, probably when I watch Pearl.
Yeah. I get it. I get why people loved it. It's just people need to calm down sometimes with their reactions.
But I think that's the whole thing with A24. It has such a large hype machine behind it. So it's almost like you could watch a trailer and not get into it. And then when you see the A24 sign, then it's like, okay, I'm into it. So I think their choices of movie selections is unique, but it doesn't always equal a home run.
Yeah, I agree. Starman was
a
Carpenter movie. Yeah, I like Starman.
Yes.
It's a good movie. Will any of you pick up the Count Yorga sets? Yeah, I'll be getting that. I'll be getting the Yorga set. But I usually get all the Arrow stuff.
Yeah.
Shooter McGavin plays Halle Berry's husband in The Rich Man's Wife. Nice.
Shooter.
Does he eat pieces of shit like you for breakfast?
You eat pieces of shit?
KB, are you picking up that new Halloween 4K box set?
I'm picking it up if somebody hands it to me. That's about it.
Man, I haven't even pre-ordered it yet.
It's
I'm
too rich for 3 crappy movies. And
yeah, man.
I'm a borderline apologist for H2O, but it's like no. This is where you bring it down to $20 a movie. 25 if you match the hard cases for 1 through 5. But short of that, nah.
If
catch
I
me
get
on
that, if
sale.
anybody sees me get that, I will tell everybody right now it's completely just to show it off and review it on the channel. It's not for my personal enjoyment at
Mhm.
all. I'll be honest. But I haven't pre-ordered it yet. It's like
You
and
sh-
for also for the completionist in me, I want to own,
Yeah,
them all in 4K, but I just Curse is okay, but I'm not a big fan of H2O anymore, and Resurrection, of course, is one of the
I
worst in the
watch it every
franchise.
time it's like on TV. It's like no matter because I know the movie so well. Like I went to see it in the theater, and every time it's on TV, I'll just start watching it from wherever it is. And I'm like, the only other movie I do this with is Pulp Fiction. So I must have some affinity toward it. I can't explain it, but I do.
H2O,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's weird. It's
I
weird.
used to love it, but recently when I watched it, I just wasn't as big on it. I don't know what it
Maybe.
was. I guess because I kind of see it as like it's Halloween, and it was almost trying to rip off Scream, and I was like, come on,
Hmm.
Halloween, you're better than this.
Maybe
And
it's
I remember the encounter between Laurie and Michael being so much more epic when I was a kid, and when I rewatched it, it's like it's literally the last 5 minutes of the movie, and it
yeah.
goes by so quick.
Maybe it's a short love for Josh Hartnett movies.
Yeah, I do love Josh. Whatever happened to him? He's great in
That's a good
everything he
question.
did.
Yeah.
Everything he did. I watched him in that Black Dahlia movie not too long ago. He's great in that movie.
Hmm.
Uh, yeah. I mean, I have to agree with that. Again,
I agree,
Signs
but
is legit
Signs
hard.
is
It's
one
a
of the
hard in
few
my top 20.
M. Night movies
Legit.
that I still like.
Yeah. Oh, there we go. Hush. Let me know. It's Hush. That's the movie on Netflix.
Oh, okay.
Hush is great. Hush is the movie. Yes. I kept wanting to say
Thank you.
Host. I love Cronenberg's Crash with the Arrow Video 4K is UK. Hopefully we get it in the US. Criterion has it too, don't they?
I believe there's a Blu-ray.
Yeah. Yeah, Lapke, you don't have to call in sick, man. It'll probably be up when you get out of work. But if you want an excuse to call in sick, I guess you can.
If you're looking for
Um,
one.
but yeah, it'll be up, probably 5:30 or something like that, 6 o'clock. I met Dan Aykroyd and have 4 autographs from him. It's on my video and a chain reaction of autographs. Nice. Nice. Skull Vodka. Is that what he did? Does he do the Skull Vodka? Dan Aykroyd? That's his thing, isn't it? Jason Hill says, unpopular opinion. I did not like Get Out. It just didn't hit for me. Yeah, I've heard that opinion. Do you ever think there'll be 8K Blu-rays ever in the future?
Your eyes won't be able to see the difference.
That brings me into, I was going to ask you this question because, I mean,
Yeah.
of course, we had a great chat tonight asking us a lot of great questions, so I didn't get to a lot of the questions that I wanted to ask you. But one thing I wanted to ask you is just, I'm thinking a lot lately about physical media and Blu-rays and 4Ks and DVDs and stuff. And where do you see physical media realistically in 15 to 20 years?
I think for a while it's going to be a very niche market, kind of like the people who continue to buy vinyl after the days of iTunes and Spotify and Napster came around. There
Yeah.
was still a population of the world who continued buying vinyl, and I think that's what we will be. We will be the boutique labels ordering them online, because we won't have your big box stores to go to buy our movies. So we're going to have to get it online. And then hopefully there'll be some type of renaissance period where everyone wants to go retro and come back around. But I think they're going to continue to upgrade things to 4K to have it in the best format and to have things remastered from camera negatives, and people can upgrade their DVDs and so forth. And then hopefully everybody else comes around and joins us again. Will it
Yeah.
ever go back to the days like we were talking about before? Probably not.
I was
But,
just thinking, it's like, how much further can it go? Like
yeah,
quality wise, like how much better can it get? I know we've been saying that forever. People were saying that back when
yeah,
DVDs came out. Like, how could it get better
yeah.
than this? I just
But
don't
we
know how
we
it
still
gets
had
much
a way
better
to
than
go.
4K.
Yeah, I don't see it going further than that.
Yeah. And I guess just, I don't know, with 4Ks and Blu-rays, I just feel like eventually streaming's going to get to the point where it's probably of this very close to the same quality, which it honestly probably is. And I just feel like people are going to lose the luster for, collecting at some point. I mean, do we realistically see physical media around in 50 years?
I'm still going to want to watch a movie when I want to watch a movie. And I think many physical media owners are like that. It's like, I want to hear this album right now, or I want to hear this remix right now in the case of music. Right now I have an app called Just Watch, and I search that to see which streaming service has a certain movie. I don't want to do that. I just want to go and grab it and pop it in my player and not worry about if, my internet connection is working well today or whatever the case may be. And all these streaming services, your Paramount Pluses and your Netflix and your HBO Max.
4K media guy brings us a good point. Prices keep going up on streaming.
Yeah, they're more than your old cable bill that you cut the cord for. So what's the sense? They still don't have everything you want. And we lost those days of having tens of thousands of videos to choose from in the stores. So we got rid of that. So now, say what you want about Pop's Movie Dungeon and Basement Blues and all those guys, films at home. You want to have your blockbuster at home now. You want to have those movies that you want to rewatch when you want to rewatch them, or a blind buy, some 80s movie you never heard of, but it's coming out on a boutique label. Do it, because that might be the only way you see that movie. And the next time somebody says, hey, have you seen Hush, or have you seen, Strangers, Pray at Night, whatever the case may be, you're going to be able to say, yeah, I have it in my collection. That might be the only way you'll be able to see it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I don't know. I just had this thought the other day, just going way into the future. I was like, if 4K is the final format, we've never in the history of like home media has it stuck on one format for 50 years. So are we assuming that if 4K is the final format, that's what it's going to be for eternity? Like it has to evolve into something else. And the only next step I can see it evolve into is just streaming.
Yeah.
And then after that, it's directly download movies into your brain.
Yeah. The battle will continue. But as you notice, it's the studios that are making these new channels. Your Paramount, your Peacock is Universal, Disney is Fox. So they're going to just start saying, hey, we want to own our stuff exclusively.
Yeah, you have to have a PhD in corporate mergers to figure out where you want to watch your favorite movies and TV shows.
So unless you know what studio owns your favorite movie, you won't know which streaming service to subscribe to. So you're going to either have to subscribe to them all or find some alternative. And I really hope, and I think and I hope that physical media will be that viable option.
Yeah, I mean, same here. I mean, it's been around since, I guess, being able to own since the 80s. We start with Betamax and VHS and Laserdisc, and that lasted for about 20 years, and we go into DVD. I mean, DVD's still making up most of the market right now.
Yep. 55%.
So I guess, and that's been around for 20 years. So I guess it's safe to assume that 4K will at least be around for another 20, 30 years.
Hopefully.
But I feel like the announcements are going to get far less exciting if I'm still doing the physical media report in 20 years.
Keep doing them.
I'll finally get Surf Ninjas in 4K in 2045 probably.
And I'll finally get that Kino of Bringing Out the Dead on 4K or Criterion maybe.
Or hopefully we get this one. Freaking Arachnophobia.
Yeah.
You're going to get Arachnophobia in 4K.
I would like that. And another one, Eight-Legged Freaks. I like that movie too.
That is a Scream Factor, I think. Did you get that when it came out?
No, I didn't know it was available. I would definitely pick up that one.
I was gonna get it, but it was expensive when it came out. It came out at like $23 for a Blu-ray, so I never got it. And I remember seeing it in theaters, but I didn't remember, loving it enough to spend $23 on a Bluray. But let me see.
$27 at Shout.
That's still 20. Jeez, Louise.
Wow.
Yeah, that's too much.
Must have been expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
It's
just came
it's
out last year.
$24.99 on Amazon.
Yeah, and Walmart too. Bull Moose has it for 24. Yeah,
But yeah,
that's an expensive license that they have for that movie, but it's a good one. It's fun.
yeah,
Campy
for
fun.
sure. Mezzy says she saw Josh Hartnett bagging groceries at my local
Aw.
Walmart supermarket. I don't think he's been out of work that long. He was in that show, Penny Dreadful,
Mm.
wasn't he? Did you ever watch that? And
No, I
that
heard it's
was
a great show.
fairly recently. But yeah, he definitely didn't, live up to I think his full potential for sure.
Good actor though.
Yeah. Let's see. Got a bunch of vodka. Ken is too cool for the Halloween H2O club.
He has the shirt though. I don't know how he got that.
Oh, I got it from Cavity Colors. Yeah, it's funny because I bought that shirt when I first started the channel, and I used to do a show on the channel. It was like a horror show.
Hmm.
When I first was getting started, I did the physical media report on Mondays, and then Thursdays I did a show called The Haunting of Mid Level.
Mm.
This was like way back in the beginning because I was trying to like structure things and have some
Yeah.
just things
Yeah.
I knew I was going to do every week. And people watched the physical media report. Nobody watched the Haunting of Mid Level, so I didn't do it for too long, and it took me forever to put that thing together. But I was like, I need to get some horror shirts, and I got online, and the only Halloween shirt I saw on Cavity Colors website was the H2O one. They were sold out of the other ones, so I ended up
It's a
getting.
cool one.
It's a cool shirt though. I like it. I know we're getting an Night of the Living Dead 4K, but can't get a hold of that UK release of Dawn of the Dead and need Day as on 4K as well. You think we do well in the US? I think they'll do Day of the Dead
Yeah.
on 4K for
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, I think it would be Scream Factor that would do that because they've got it. They've got the rights to that one. Let's see. Favorite John Goodman movie?
There's a lot of them.
It's
Funny thing, the first thing that came to me, we were talking about Kevin Smith earlier. He did a really good job in that one. What is it, Red State?
He did. He did a good job in that. I was gonna say
Yeah.
King Ralph, but I haven't watched my Blu-ray of that I've gotten yet. He was
The
really good in 10
Flintstones, he was good.
Cloverfield Lane.
Evan Almighty, he was good in that.
Yeah, I feel like I have to go with Big Lebowski. Like he's fantastic in Big Lebowski.
Yeah, either that or Raising Arizona.
Yeah, I love Raising. I watched that for the first time this year. That was good.
Oh, great movie.
Flintstones.
Sully.
Sully.
Monsters Inc.
Yeah, Cars. Kong Skull Island. He was good in that. Oh, Brother, Where Art Thou? Yeah, he's got
I'd
an
probably say
impressive resume.
Lebowski. Llewyn Davis in the backseat.
Fallen. He's good in Fallen too. It's good Denzel Washington movie. I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah. Paranorman.
It's
Got
funny,
everything
but
there.
the first Blues Brothers movie I ever saw was Blues Brothers 2000. I remember seeing that in the theaters when I was, I guess, 15. I saw it way before I saw the original. But the Thirst Bots, I got them Thirst Bots out of here. He's great in Arachnophobia. Like that's a great. It's a small part, but yeah, he's pretty funny.
Memorable.
Let's see. We are closing in on 11 o'clock. I will be letting you go pretty soon. KB will be ending this, but had a hell of a time talking with you, man. 102 people still in the chat hanging out with us. Hit the like button if you haven't already, and make sure that you subscribe to KB Loves Movies.
This was
Has
fun.
a great channel.
Do you have any other questions or any ones in the chat that you see?
I got a few that I'm going to throw at you.
Yeah,
I had a few. I'm going to check your
thanks to everyone in the
stats
chat.
real quick. You got 219 subscribers right now, KB. We need to get you to 225 before we get out of here. That is the goal.
So far for
If you haven't yet subscribed to KB, his link is down below in the description. Do it. It's got great content, great knowledge on all things cinema and movies, and you know it all, man. I feel like you've seen every single movie ever made. Is that the case?
I wish I have. Like I said, I have a lot of blind spots.
Well, I asked you what one of the big ones you hadn't seen was, and you listed Wings, which I don't even think a lot of people heard of. So if that's that's the biggest one.
You know what it is? I like challenges. So like going through that 101 or 100 years AFI, whatever it was, that really took care of a lot of quote unquote classics.
Yeah.
So I would really like to get into the 1001 movies to see before you die. So
Oh yeah, 1001, huh?
yeah,
I bet
that's the
I
big
bet the
goal.
damn Conjuring's on there. Make sure you watch the
I'm
Conjuring.
sure it is. I'm sure it is. I could
It
probably
really
search that real
is.
quick.
I can see if you watch the Conjuring 2 and you don't think it's the best. I can see
Mm-hmm.
that, but the Conjuring is it's that classic style of horror filmmaking. Like James Wan just really did a great job with that movie. Let's see, Bringing Out the Dead. Yeah, he's in that movie as well.
Yeah, that's right. I want that
Culture
on
Trini
4K.
says, "Got to learn how to cut the cord and watch it all for free."
Oh, we know the ways.
Cut that cord. Scarlett Johansson's in Eight-Legged Freaks.
A young Scarlett Joe.
Oh, hey, Mizzy. I recognize your name, but I forgot that was you. But yeah, we were in Durant Cinemas playing bingo on his Patreon the other night. But yeah, Mizzy, thank you. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. Easy favorite Jack Nicholson movie, Little Shop of Horrors. Jack Nicholson, Little Shop of Horrors?
I don't remember him.
Yeah, I haven't seen that one either. It's a big one I haven't seen. Fans of something in the chat, welcome, guys. Appreciate you being here. You tell them. You tell them. Let's see. All right, so let me get into my questions before I let you out of here.
Yeah.
Try to get in some ones, but we haven't really covered. Let's see. Do you have any collecting habits, rules? Do you have things? Do you have a code with your collection? Things that I'm not going to double dip on this or that, or I'll only upgrade to 4K if it's this, or are there rules? What are some of your rules for collecting?
Well, one of the things I do when I won't say double dip, I'll say upgrade. When I upgrade my movie is to pass it on to someone else. So my daughter is getting into movies and having her own collection. So she's getting a lot of my Blu-ray to 4K upgrades. So like the other day, she was more excited for the Malcolm X Criterion announcement for 4K because she knew she was going to get my my Blu-ray media book version that I have. So that's one thing. As far as organizing, if I do it mostly in alphabetical order, but I have my little sections together. So all my Hitchcock together, all my MCU together, all my Star Wars together. So things like that. So if it's like a 007 movie, I have all the 007 movies together. So
nice.
Right now, my Blu-rays are separate of my 4Ks and DVDs, but hopefully get a couple more shelves and put them all together. Those are the only ones I can think of.
Top 3 boutique labels. I know what one of them is. Actually, I probably know what 2 of them are for sure, but I don't know.
I think you could probably name all 3.
Well, I know Criterion's in there.
Mm-hmm.
I know. Is that your favorite? Is that your number 1?
Yes. Okay. Arrow is number 2.
Oh, Arrow. Nice.
Yeah. I really like their special features, and their transfers are top notch for sure.
Yeah, they're up there with Criterion. I think Criterion Arrow is honestly probably the 2 best to me.
Yeah.
Scream Factory would be up there if they, would quit fucking up every 2 days. It feels like.
And take accountability for when they do.
That's that's a big one. Yeah.
And like I said, up and coming is Second Sight. If I could swing it, I'd have them all. But yeah. That's up and coming.
Yeah, I thought you were gonna say Kino. Thought you were gonna throw Kino in there.
I do like my Kino releases, especially what they've been doing with 4K for the last year or so. The spaghetti westerns, Good, Bad, Ugly, Fistful
I
of
want
Dollars,
that announcement
more.
for Once Upon a Time in the West on 4K. It's so bad.
So
I don't know who's gonna put it out. It could be Arrow. It could be Kino. I don't care.
I think they'll do a great job. And
Kino,
Like
yes,
was great this year too.
Part of me is I just want a big box set. I always visualize that big Arrow video box set. And I think Once Upon a Time, that movie was amazing. I loved that movie when I watched it. I liked it better than all the Dollars trilogy movies. for
I
sure.
could see why. I could see why.
That's a great movie. All right, so do you do any like thrifting, or do you buy mostly new?
I'm trying to get more and more into it because I'm a Sunday watcher of Mr. Nichols, and I'm good friends with John from Plat X too, and some of the things that
John
they
gets
get,
some incredible deals over
I
here.
I know,
I
I
don't get
know.
that kind of crap around here.
I'm like, I think the people around here are too savvy when it comes to physical media because I never see any of that stuff. But like recently on Instagram, I was at a Savers because I think it was 4K D-Ray said he went at Savers and they had movies. And I said, I've never been in Savers looking for movies, but they had a bunch of VHS stuff. They had a large DVD collection, a couple of Blu-rays, but unfortunately I had all the Blu-rays. But I'm big on half price books. I hit up half price books a
Oh,
lot.
you got one of those? That's a great store.
Yeah. And I was watching Bob's Blu-rays last night and he had Fisher Film Collector on and they were talking about vintage stock. And I'm like, oh yeah, I got like 11 vintage stock locations here in Kansas City. And I'm like, and I don't go to them too often. I need to start going to vintage stock a little more. So
What
I'll
really
probably get
gets
more
me
into it
is
that
I
way.
work I work weekends, and that's like the yard sale days. So I never get to
Hmm.
go to yard sales. Like I never go to my flea
Yeah.
market because they're only open on the weekends.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people know that I'm into physical media. So in the past year and a half, I've gotten like three entire libraries of movies, and most of them are DVDs or things that I already have. So I gave a large donation to the Navy, and like I said, my daughter, my son, they'll kind of go through them like vultures and take what they want. And I'm like, wait a minute, I get first pick. But you know, yeah,
Absolutely.
but I'm getting more and more into the thrifting. There is some kind of a thing like what Mr. Nichols goes to at a drive-in up here. So I think one weekend I think I'll hit it up, see
Yeah,
what
I
it's all
used to do a
about.
lot more than I do now. I feel like I'm getting lazy lately. I just don't go out hunting as much anymore, and I'm just like, if I want something, I just get it off of Amazon. I need to
Yeah.
get back in that mindset of thrifting because there is nothing like the thrill of being out and finding a
Not only
movie.
that,
It's like
it's it's getting the
$3.
out of print stuff. Not the
Yeah,
out of print, it's now worth $100, but just the out of print stuff that's probably worth 5 or 10 bucks, but you just can't buy it off Amazon anymore. I would love to
yeah,
get into a couple of titles that way, or
yeah,
just go to Video Game Movie Dome. Shout out to
yeah.
Pam.
I wish I had one of those.
Yeah, you and I
I
both.
wish. Let's see. Do you do a lot of blind buying? And
For a
what
while,
percentage would you say you blind buy?
I would say about 20%. For a
20%.
while, I was strictly just curated. I've seen it before. I want to own it kind of thing. But, you know, you want to see new things, and it's not just always something new in the theater. So I take a lot of recommendations. So if I trust your movie choices and your tastes and so forth, and you're like, oh, have you seen blah blah blah? Like Tim Talks
I've
Talkies, and
seen
I
blah blah
go,
blah, and I've seen blah 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 too.
wasn't it good?
Yeah,
Wasn't it good?
seen
The
both of
sequel
them.
was much
They were
better.
great,
But
fantastic.
Tim Talks Talkies and I go back and forth talking movies pretty much every day. So if he suggests something, I go to pick it up. Or if I see something on someone's channel, like Plot X2 or James from 20th and 21st, then I'm like, oh, okay, you really liked it. I'll pick it up. So I
Absolutely,
have certain people that influence me to make those blind buys.
absolutely. Let's see. Favorite decade for cinema.
Oh, it's got to be the 80s, man. The 80s has too many classics, and also it has so many movies that were in the theater for like 2, 3 weeks and then went straight to VHS that we probably never heard of, but we're now finding out because of the Vinegar Syndromes
Yeah, Vinegar
and
Syndrome's
the
made an entire label off of those movies.
yeah, yeah, but also the Arrows and the
Hmm.
Best Drawn Videos and the MVDs of the world. They're the ones that are taking these 80s movies that probably didn't make a big splash, but they were there. Like one of my favorite movies from that time is The Wraith with Charlie Sheen. It's not a big movie, but it's a movie I just remember coming home from
Yeah.
school and having the bootleg VHS tape and watching it over and over again. So I was happy to have, a
Vestron.
Blu-ray of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, a Vestron video.
Nice addition too. That was one of the nicer additions they did. A bunch of special features and
Hmm.
stuff around there.
Yeah, it was a really good disc.
Yeah, for sure. I know some people, like when the Arrow does their new announcements or Criterion does their new announcements, they'll get upset that they're not like the more well-known films. And I'm like, well, a lot of those films that you're wanting them to come out with already have perfectly fine editions. It's like you
Yeah,
just want them to get they're doing, even though you might not like the movies, they're doing great work of just restoring all these classic movies that nobody else would give the time of
yeah.
day, especially the studios.
And that's it. The studios, the ones that will make them money, they keep licensing for themselves. They're not going to give it out to a boutique label for the label to make money when they could have done a perfectly good job. Which is why I get kind of disappointment, like looking at Paramount Presents, because why do, and I think you've even said this, why do a 4K restoration and then put out a Blu-ray? Make them all 4Ks or do both 4Ks and
Yeah.
Blu-rays,
So
but just
weird with
with a
that
smaller
line.
production. Yeah. So
It's
now they're
like,
doing it, and some of them are Paramount Presents, some of them are just Paramount. It makes no sense.
yeah, they did the Man Who Shot Liberty Valance 4K, and then they did Bash. What was it called? Bash at the Beach. I think that's a WCW pay per view, but
Oh,
Back to the Beach, I
Blanket,
think is what it
Back to
is.
the Beach. Yeah.
And
I
that's
went to
just
say
a
Blanket Beach
Blu-ray, and then they're
Bingo.
going to come back and do a 4K with War of the Worlds. It's like, what are you all
Yeah.
doing? Are you saying that Back to the Beach is never going to get a 4K? But what if a
Yeah.
bunch of people buy it? Then you're probably going to
Like
put out a
Fatal
4K.
Attraction. That should have been a Paramount Presents 4K from the very beginning.
Yeah,
Now
it's a
it's just
big
going to be
movie.
a Paramount 4K.
Or To Catch a
And it's,
Thief.
yeah,
That would
another
have been a
one
beautiful
being
4K.
Hitchcock. Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
for sure.
yes.
And my last question is, because you threw it on me, I'm gonna throw it on you. What's your top 10 movies of all time?
Oh, I should have prepared for this. Um, well, I mentioned four of them before.
You did.
So I have Empire, Do the Right Thing, Dark Knight, Goodfellas. I have to throw Psycho in there. That's another one for me. Original Nightmare on Elm Street is up there for me. Um, Halloween, 78, that's up there. Yeah, I would probably put Star Wars Episode 4 in there. I gave you 8. Two more. The Third Man,
You already said Hitchcock movie?
Psycho.
Psycho.
The Third
It's an
Man,
easy one.
and I don't know. Ask me again, and it'll be a different list tomorrow. But those are some of them up there.
Good list. Good list. All right, we'll get through a couple more of these questions in the chats. You watched Thief for the first. I need to watch Thief. Tim was nice enough to send me a damn
Great
copy of it,
movie.
and I haven't watched it yet. I
Great
need to
movie.
watch
Great Criterion.
it. Let's see if I got anything. The background Ken has right now makes it kind of look like he's wearing an oversized Yankees hat. There we go.
There you go. Somebody screenshot
Nice.
that.
Let's see. What's up, Kenny Levels? We got Devon Graham here. Hey, isn't that Devon Graham? What's up, man? What's up, man? The Wraith is awesome. The Wraith is good.
Do like that movie.
He remember bootlegging Dragon Ball Z GT tapes. Good times. Nice.
Good time.
You know damn well it's a WCW pay-per-view, Kenny. Yeah, I know. Bash at the Beach. Who the third man be? Give it a hand that rocks the cradle. Yeah, you sent me that one too, Lapke. I need to get that one watched. But we did watch Orphan tonight, Lapke. Me and my wife watched Orphan. We'll review that one soon. Let's see. Aaron Johnson, I think, has a question. What are your opinions of The Fugitive? There's scenes in the film that are fun with Harrison Ford. I also like the Renfro character, kind of similar to Eddie Monscone from The Midnight Run. You seen The Fugitive?
Yeah, a long time ago when it first came out.
Yeah.
Haven't watched it in years, but I do remember that being a good movie, especially Tommy Lee Jones. He's pretty much the movie for me.
Have you checked out Killer Condom yet from Troma?
The first and last Trauma film I watched was Toxic Avenger.
That's the only one you need. You're done after that.
I used to like Toxie. I honestly used to watch like all those little VHS releases they had.
Do you think
Those
Killer
were fun.
Condom would be in the 1001 movies you need to watch?
I
Before you
seriously
die?
doubt it. I
You don't think
seriously
so?
doubt it. I think I could die without it,
Okay.
without watching it.
Okay. Well, look, we've reached the end. We've reached the end of World's Biggest Collectors, episode 39 with KB Loves Movies. Did you have a good time, KB?
I did. Thank you. Thank you for having me. This was
Thank you for
really
easing
fun.
me back into the the one-on-one style. I kind of got out of it for a while. Hoping to do more of these for sure in the future. I had a good
There's
time.
only one problem. We
What
came
is
up
that?
one subscriber short.
Where are you
of
at
the
right now?
225
224?
goal. Yes, sir.
Guys, I need somebody to go subscribe to the channel. The link is down below in the description. What are you guys doing? The link is down below. I'm just gonna sit here live until it happens. I will.
Oh, man.
I'm that damn crazy. Well, we did get a super chat from fans of something. Thank you all so much. Says great stream, Ken and
Thank
KB.
you.
Thank you all.
Appreciate
I
that.
appreciate that. And of course, I got to play my new super chat clip. Take it away, Al.
She got a great ass. And you got your head all the way up it.
I love it.
I love the way
it.
he delivers that. He just puts such a
He's
stamp
very
on it.
expressive.
All the
Very
way up
expressive.
in it. So good. So good. I love the scene too where they're out in the shipyard and like Robert De Niro's up in the tower. He's taking the pictures.
That whole
We've
movie
just
is
been
awesome.
made, boys. Ha.
That whole movie is great.
Okay.
So good.
Ha. That's so awesome. I
Oh,
love it so
man.
much. All right, LabQ Vision Films, just subscribe. We up to 225.
Thank you, sir. 227.
Fish the Film Collector just subbed. There you go.
Thanks.
There we
Thanks,
go.
Andy.
But look, guys, appreciate everybody being here tonight. It was a great crowd. You had some great questions. I appreciate it so much. KB, I appreciate you being here tonight to talk with me about
Anytime,
movies
man.
and physical media as well. And yeah,
Anytime.
everybody like the stream. If you haven't liked the stream, if you're watching on the replay, leave us a comment. If you have any comments about what we talked about here tonight, I would definitely, love to continue the conversation in the comment section. Subscribe, all that good stuff. Turn on the bell notifications. Subscribe to KB and turn on his bell notifications. Bells are important. Damn it.
You got to know when it's coming.
Yeah. We'll see you guys later.